Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to another KPC Live. It is June 15th, Saturday noon for me. Wonder where y'all at, where you're all watching from, and what time it is over there. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the first part, but yeah, this is KPC Live. It's June 15th, noon here in South Korea, Seoul. I wonder where y'all are from, where y'all are watching from right now, what time it is over there. Have you had lunch, dinner? What's going on? So, yeah, let's see. Let's see how many people are watching at the start. Yeah. Let's see. So today's gonna be a very chill live. I'm basically just gonna talk with you guys, just you know, interact. And oh, already 40 people watching. Okay, so that's not bad. Let's get that up to 400, hopefully. Yes. Hello, hello. Costa Rica, 9 p.m. Whoa. Hawaii, 5:12 p.m. Alabama 10:15, Miami 11:12. Catching you live for the first time, and welcome Sidika. Hey Rachel, hey Angela from Texas 10:12 p.m. Okay, yeah, I'm going to Texas soon. So Houston 10:12, yeah. They've been putting me to sleep again. Yes, I will put you guys to sleep. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I'll tuck you into bed. Okay. Germany, 5 a.m. Whoa, I appreciate that. You're an early bird. Oh my god. How am I spamming? You're probably not spamming, but Nightbot is probably just doing its own thing. Just ignore it. Nightbot has no authorities. Yeah, or does it? Norway, 5 a.m. Oh my gosh. Y'all just waking up 5 a.m.? That's wild. Yeah, just to give you some info, I was just outside. I rushed to the studio because I pulled an all-nighter yesterday night as well, and I only got like 4 hours of sleep. I might look a little bit sleep deprived, but yeah, I just came and then suddenly it started to like pour rain, and I got all wet, and yeah, it's like very humid inside here, and I just turned on the AC, so it's gonna take a little bit of time for me to like settle in. And yeah, let me just turn on one of the lights over here. I think these lights being yellow are causing another, you know, problem of, yeah. Do you like the yellow lights better or the white lights better? I don't know. Like most Koreans would prefer white lights, but I'll follow your opinion. Let me get some water as well too. Hello everybody. Great to see y'all from all over the world. Yeah, where's Anna? Anna's probably at home. I have no idea. Yeah, and please check if the audio is fine. I'll probably be speaking from this distance. Let me know if this is too small or okay. What kind of work were you working on overnight? I was delivering food and at the construction site. Audio sounds good. Thank you for the confirmation. Hello from San Diego. I love asking this question where all you're watching from and what time it is because it's literally the most active participation in the chat. You can't get the PayPal link to work? Oh no, that's not good. Well, if you can't get it to work, there is a link in the description box as well. Let me get that for you. Oh wow, I just checked my stream and the sounds really crisp. Yeah. Oh, the PayPal link works for me, but I don't know why it's not working for you. I'm sorry about that. If you want to donate, PayPal is always the best, or you can donate through Buy Me a Coffee. I'll link it here too. Even better is Patreon, because I feel like I can give back to you with all the perks and exclusive content. Okay, so we already have 150. Sounds good, sounds good, yes. New Hampshire. David's gonna have a Yeehaw June later this month. Are you excited for Texas? Yes, I'm very, very excited for Texas. I've seen some videos, and maybe I'll share you those videos midstream. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Chunami Hyung. I don't know if you're still here, Uncle Dan, because I saw on the way to the studio that you gave out memberships. Thank you so much for that. You are truly the Hyung. I mean, if I was a girl and I could have called you Oppa, that would have been better, but unfortunately. Oh, PayPal isn't open for Somalis. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, if you really want to support, there's always Patreon, Super Chat, and Buy Me a Coffee, so whichever. And just as you say it, Tammy, thank you so much for the 15 on PayPal. Thank you so much. That will be my lunch money. So actually, it's just past noon right now. So I will actually order some lunch. Let's order lunch together. And you guys can have a midnight snack or breakfast or whatever. Uncle Dan is a KPC legend. Yeah, we have a lot of legends here on KPC, to be honest. I'm really blessed to have such an audience. And throughout the stream, please excuse my coughs, because the cough still hasn't died yet. There needs to be a KPC HOF tag. What is a HOF tag? Couch Potato Party. Thank you for being a member. And Holly, thank you for the 5 USD. You are the best. You are the best, Holly. Yeah. You just ate? Please recommend me. Do you get the full amount from Buy Me a Coffee? Yes. I think so. Yeah. Get some kimbap, David? Holly, thank you so much. You were able to fix it. Get some kimbap? Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah, so I think it would be better if I order it first and then go on with the stream. Since today we don't have like a strict schedule. It's just you and I chilling together. Yeah, let me actually... Kimbap sounds good. Or any other recommendations? Hall of Fame. Oh. Yeah, I'll try to put up a Hall of Fame over here. Penelope Pitstock, thank you so much for the $2 Australian. Man, I want to go to Australia. Thank you so much. Mate. Excuse my coughing, please. Okay, so I'm looking at the app right now, and I'm looking at kimbap specifically. So there are a lot of choices. I don't know which place. Paruda Kim Sonseng, this place is not bad. Like, it's always high quality. But we got all the retail kimbap places as well. They usually sell together with like tteokbokki or odeng, fish cakes, all that kind of stuff, ramyun. But I'll try to get somewhere good. Jang, kimbap sounds really good. Yeah. Okay, let's just go with Kim Sonseng, because that Kim Sonseng translates to Teacher Kim or Mr. Kim. Because it never fails. It's a little bit more expensive. Oh wow, you have to order over 15. Oh my gosh, maybe not. Yeah, I'm on a tight budget, so nope. In this economy, $15? Nope, no way. Okay, the other place is also 12. 청춘 꼬마 김밥 and tteokbokki. Yeah, and this place doesn't have like the good kimbap style. Doll baby, thank you for buying a pizza on coffee what was it? Buy me a coffee? Buy me a pizza? Oh yeah, buy me a pizza. Yeah, thank you so much for buying me a pizza. Oh yeah, shout out. This is how I see it on my notifications when I get it. $15 worth of kimbap in this economy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't say you. It doesn't mean you have to order like a roll or piece of kimbap is 15. It means you have to. The minimum order has to be over 15. So I have to probably add on like I don't know an extra dish. So kimbap right now in Korea, it's like this place is more expensive than other places, but it's like $6, $5 per roll. So that's really overpriced because back in the days when I was growing up and I was going out to the hagwons and stuff, and kids usually eat bunshik street food and kimbap. It was $1. It was 천원, but nowadays it's 6,000. So that's crazy. But okay, let me just go get over with this. So I'll get some 새우튀김 kimbap. That looks really good. Okay, 새우튀김 kimbap. Yes, that looks really good. Okay, let me get one of those. So for your info, this is the kimbap I'm gonna get. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And let's see, tteokbokki or mandu, dumplings, curry udon, ramen. Ramen for $8? No freaking way. Tonkatsu. That might be too much though. Wow, there's a thing called keto kimbap, fried shrimp kimbap. So they replace the rice with egg. So it says it's high in fat, low in carbs. But I'm not gonna go for that because I'm broke. Nicole, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal. I don't know if you sent a message. Yeah, thank you so much. Chicken curry. Okay, let's go with the chicken curry. Chicken curry 돈가스. 비빔면? 비빔면도 맛있겠는데. 멸치국수. 다 맛있겠는데. Oh my gosh. Now it's taking me a hard time. It's taking me a long time because I need to match the minimum 15, and right now I only have $6 because of the kimbap. So I need to add something more, but apparently they don't match my price. So okay. You know what, guys? Actually, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go with kimbap because like I have to order more than one menu, and I'm just not that hungry. Thank you for the recommendation, Rachel, but I'm just gonna go with something else because like it's really hard to match the price. If I had like Jin in the office, we could share, but like I just don't want like wasting food and money. So yeah, I'm sorry if this is taking so long, but Chinese. Sounds like a nice day for Chinese food. Jampong. Do you guys know what jampong is? No message this time. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you so much. I will highlight this one. 떡볶이 드세요. The thing is, this is a thing in Korea. For some reason, women love 떡볶이. And it's like a classic debate or meme within like Korea among couples. Like the girl always wants to eat tteokbokki, and she's like tteokbokki 먹을까? And then the guy's like, like why would you eat tteokbokki as a meal, especially? I don't understand either. Yeah, tteokbokki is just like street food. Yeah, I don't understand. Have you guys tried tteokbokki? We love an economical king. Well, these all look so good, but the portions, they're like matched for two people, so I'm really just debating right now. Okay, let me just order something and get over with it. Yeah, I'll get a jjajangmyeon. That's usually where I go to. Okay. Jjajangmyeon. And this place is good because they only require a $13 threshold. 불짜장 and 탕수육 set. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, Chinese. And I am going to get this set over here. Okay. It is decided. Yup, and if you leave a review, you can get extra service. They give you some dumplings on the side. Let me get some Zero Pepsi. Oh, this place is not using Coke, so that's good. And we are done, guys. We are done. Yes. Yes, and it's not that far away, so it should be coming in here. Thank you for the $10. If there's any way we can meet one day, that would be amazing. But if it doesn't happen, then it is what it is. Meeting you would be the best gift you could ever give me. I would really like to, Rachel, but I guess we live on the opposite sides of the world. And I am going to Texas, but that's also very, like, the U.S. is so far apart from each other as well. So, yeah. And also, I heard that your situation isn't really good financially and also like mentally as well because of like the hospital visits and stuff. I don't know the details, but yeah, you can save the money for yourself. Please don't feel obligated or, don't feel like you have to support me financially through the stream. I can see your comments, although it's very hard to find when it's like on a pile of like hundreds, but yeah. Anyways, I appreciate the super chat so much. Thank you so much. It's spicy but good. Yes. Any Korean food is good. So yeah, technically the Chinese food I ordered is Koreanized Chinese food. So if you come to Korea and go to Chinese cuisine, you don't expect like traditional Chinese flavor and food. Let's say it's basically this is a hard analogy, but like how you go to America and you go to like Panda Express and Chinese people say this is not Chinese food. It's like that. So apparently Korean Chinese food is very sweet for some reason. For some reason all the foods out there are sweet. Yeah. Latrice, thank you for watching the stream. First time typing on live. I always watch your shows. Much love from Vegas. Yo, shout out to Vegas. Yeah, I almost had the opportunity to go to Vegas if I had a stopover from Cali to Texas. But I chose a direct flight with Spirit. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh no, Spirits, no, please, not anything but that. But yeah, it is what it is. I need to save money. And also, it's going to be an experience, right? Yes, Korea is very sweet, right? The people who have visited Korea before will notice that everything is sweet here. All Korean food is sweet. Yeah, some even say pizza is sweet too. Speaking of Korean Pizza Club. So I kind of have a dilemma right now. I'm renewing the channel and all. So like I'm pretty much done with decorating. You can see like the frames over here. These are going to be on the gallery wall. So this is one I want to put on the wall, definitely. So it's going to be like a wall of fame plus Korea plus my personal pictures as well. So we have Blackpink here. Of course, you need the 2 pillars of K-pop. And then you need the guy who started it all. Oppan Gangnam Style. Yeah, you need this. And then you need the Kukbong trilogy over here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. And then you got more stuff like my own production, Ramen and Chill. Look how cute this is. Isn't it nice? And among the Kukbong trilogy, We have Sunny over here. Yeah, so I printed all of these, and yeah, I'm in the way of decorating. And if you if you notice who this guy is, respect to y'all. Respect to whoever who notices who this guy is. Yeah. I mean, if you know a little bit of Korean history, basic Korean history, everybody should know who he is. Then, oh shit, okay. And then we have the it's not the Oscar, but the what do you call it? The Academy 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 Awards. Academy Awards. There's no other way to say it, right? Academic Awards? What? Yeah, anyways. Parasite. So that's only a few of the pictures. I'll be adding my own personal pictures, and also I bought some really nice drawings. Actually, let me do an unboxing of the posters I bought. Isun-shin, yes, Travis, respect. And I'm gonna leave the chat like that so y'all can Google him up, because you need to know at least who he is to watch my stream. So I got like extra posters, guys, and everything's gonna be very Korea centric. So I got my extra poster. It's supposed to be rolled up in here. I haven't opened it yet, so Oh, miso soup, thank you so much for buying 3 pizzas. Thanks for your channel. Did you watch Jin's military discharge and his Little Festa concert? Yes, I did. Jin's military concert, the discharge was so funny, especially RM. RM just made it a whole vibe with the sax and the blue jersey and stuff. That was so funny, and it was so wholesome that all the members requested for a vacation to just greet him. I guess it definitely has significant meaning because he's the first one out of the military. Yeah, and it just proved how close BTS is with everybody and each of the members, and that was just a wholesome moment. I loved it. And the free hug event, like he did like 1,000 people, right? And one of my friends, who was on the podcast, Masha, she's a Russian army, I think, and she's currently in Korea. She got lucky. She got invited to the event, and she even like filmed the experience, and it got really viral. It even got on the news. So yeah, that was like Jin's hug event was awesome, and I really like the fact that he put one of those like what do you call them, the cardboards on his chest, because you know, I guess the cardboard itself has its message, but I think partially it was because to not get like physically too uncomfortable with the people, because he is going to deal with 1,000 women, and you know how like Koreans are not actual big huggers. Like hugging is not a culture here, so whenever I hug a female, I get really uncomfortable because like the breast part kind of touches. So you know how the breast is like a intimate part, I guess. And yeah, I guess that cardboard there was kind of blocking him from having you know, actual skin contact with that part of the body. So I thought that was good. Hey, you are not late at all, Aaron. Welcome back. Welcome. We are just chatting today, and I'm just opening my poster I ordered. What's Masha's YouTube? I forgot the channel name, but you'll probably be able to search her up on Instagram if you just type in Masha and Army or BTS, something like that. So I got a poster from this place. Shout out to them. I'm gonna try to actually reach out to them and get them on Piruso, because I really love their posters and their designs. They have like hundreds of designs that are really cute and are really like Korea centric. So I guess they sent me like a complimentary set of stickers as well. And yeah, if you check out the stickers, these are actual like designs of the posters. So they have like posters like these, Seoul City vibe. Yeah. So these are the type of designs we're talking about. And yeah, they have like Korean calligraphy as well. Very cute ones. I'm not endorsed by them in any way. I recently just found out their website and thought it was amazing. So bought this little poster for myself for the gallery wall. The gallery wall is now done, guys. Like, I printed out all my pictures, and the posters are on the way. And yeah, I'm gonna buy one tomorrow from my friend who's coincidentally doing a poster exhibition, or what do you call it, like a event. He's a creator. He's a creator called Bart. His name is Bart, and his creator name is I Go Bart. I don't know if you guys know him. He's really famous in Korea. So what he does is he basically goes around all the neighborhoods in Seoul, and neighborhood in Korean is called dong. So we would call this like Hyochang-dong or like Gongdeok-dong. Yeah, so he goes around all these districts and neighborhoods, and he basically has like a huge, gigantic map and colors them every time he visits one, and he vlogs the experience, and he goes around talking to locals, interviewing them about the history of the place, and some places I've never been to and never heard about. Like, it's really informative as well. So yeah, I'm gonna buy a poster from him as well, and I don't know why this is not opening. 소개해주셔서 감사합니다. No problem. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. If you're Korean. Yeah, let's see. Naked Soul is still a thing, but we have migrated. Basically, the team and I have come to 비로소. Naked Soul is still our good partner. Let's just say that. We have no beef. We have nothing. It's just Naked Soul has shifted its focus. But here is the grand reveal. Okay, so I bought this because I thought on KPC, of course, there's a lot of social topics as well, but we do a lot of topics related to dating. So I thought a Korean painting related to dating would be really cute. And normally Korean paintings are not this colorful, of course. They're in very, like, Eastern, Oriental kind of style. But this one is it's a modern studio that kind of reconstructs and designs old paintings. So yeah, here it is. Wait, why is it rolled like this? Okay. Yeah, so I got two posters, by the way. Oh, isn't this cute? Isn't this cute? So it's all rolled up right now, so I can't really show you how it looks like when it's actually like ironed and all, but it looks cute, right? This is like it's a famous Korean painting of two a guy and a woman just walking at night, and look how a gentleman he is. Like, he's flashing the light for her so she doesn't trip, and the girl's like, the traditional form of a Korean girl, just wearing that kind of thing at night. Yeah, so it's cute. That's so cute, right? I have a taste in my poster collection, so yeah, it's gonna be an awesome wall. I'm so excited. And then I have, of course, the 1월 5봉도. This is the picture. This is the picture behind the king. This always this wishes you luck and fortune and success and prosperity. So yeah, this is also like a modern version of the 1월 5봉도. Yeah, and what you're seeing in the back, actually, that's like a traditional version of 1월 5봉도, but this is a modern version of it. It's like cute, right? It's very cute. So I really like the quality of the posters so far. Yeah, they're really nice. Actually, really good. I don't know if I ordered it in this size though. Like, I'm kind of worried because like I thought it was bigger. Yeah, let me see. Actually, it's supposed to be this size maybe, or I don't know, bigger or not. But yeah, it is what it is. So, like it. Would you like me to sell these posters on Piroso? I would guess. I would assume yes, because I am going to anyways. Where did you get those? Can you link the shop? It only sells in Korea. It's a place called Monoha, Monoha, and it's like a neighbor smart store. So I don't think it does global shipping. It was located in Daegu when I checked, but that's the purpose of Biroso. Like these kind of products, you seem cute or good, we sell them on Biroso and ship them globally. So we're helping the business owners expand their horizon to the global audience as well. We get them a stream of revenue and we take a cut. So that's our business model. And I feel like even though it's like middleman business and kind of similar to drop shipping, it has its own significance and purpose because we are in a way bridging Korea product wise and lifestyle wise to the world, where you can access these kind of products that are unique to the Korean market. Yeah, you won't find any of these on Amazon. Yep. So we will get it on Biroso soon. I will contact them. And speaking of Biroso, let me just show you. You might have noticed that the long sleeve I'm wearing right now, it's supposed to be kind of like longer than this because like it's a long sleeve and like a little loose street fit. You might have seen idols wearing this brand a lot. This is never that. It's like it doesn't really mean anything. It's like Goo Goo Gaga. I'm sorry, but it's like a really famous street brand in Korea. It's gotten popular over like I don't know the past 5 years. It gives you like I don't know maybe like Vans or Supreme kind of vibes, but a lot of people wear it. I've seen a lot of like Korean related creators wearing it too. Let me hands up if you've seen this brand. This is never that. Yeah, I own a piece myself too, so that's why I brought it today. But why I'm telling you this is because if you go to Biroso right now, oops, I pressed the blog. If you go to Biroso right now, so these are our best sellers. This book is selling like crazy. I don't know why. But yeah, because of that book, it kind of pushed away the grid, but I'll have to fix that. But if you look at the shop and go to brand, it's not in the brand yet, but if you go to fashion and clothes, we have a lot of clothes, but we have This Is Never That collection here. We got the staple 5 designs that are the best. So a lot of different colors over here. They're all really cool looking t-shirts. Yeah, I really like the design of them, and you can check them out. We have the size over here. This is like a new jeans type of, this jersey kind of fashion is now in style. I don't know why, but a lot of people, especially idols, have been rocking this vibe nowadays. This is all from This Is Never That, so you can check these out. Oh, I like this cream color. Yeah, this looks pretty cute. It looks like ice cream. Yeah, so go check it out. I think the fit is pretty cool. Yeah, we have the brush paint tee, so you can see that the letters are a little deconstructed here. I personally like black because I'm just like a black person. Maybe like Jungkook. But go check these out. This Is Never That is a really nice brand that I personally like as well, and a lot of celebrities wear. And we also have different brands as well, like Hangout and CPGN, where all the idols wore. So we also have a celebrity style page right now. So if you go to celebrity style, you'll be able to see which celebrities have worn which products. So Jungkook's bucket hat. This is like the ever best seller. And BTSV bracelets and rings. Yesterday someone bought this. I was surprised. Pretty expensive. Worn by Taeyeon, Jungkook, BTS RM's phone case. Yeonjun, TXT Yeonjun and LE SSERAFIM Chaewon wore this. BTSV wore this. Yeah, so the boys, Hanu wore this. Zero Base One, Han Yujin wore this. So if you go and click, if you want to see if they actually wore it, you go inside, and if you go down, scroll down a little bit, you can see how V actually wore it here. And we have all the pictures ready for you. So yeah, so go check it out. And the brand I want to just highlight today is it's this brand called Lemo, and it's a brand that deals with natural mother of pearl handcrafts. And they're really cool because not only because they have like pendants, necklaces, all this. These are really pretty, by the way. These are really pretty. I really recommend. But not only that, they have like the book holders too. These are selling really well too. I didn't know you guys read books that much. Yeah. Let me just check if this is actually good. Yeah, burgundy color is cool for the yeah. And so today I want to introduce you the MagSafe Smart Talks. It's a grip you can put on your phone. So these are all made by Mother of Pearl. Oh, this ring looks good too. But anyways, they come in these kind of patterns. They might be slightly different because they're all handcrafted, but that's the fun of it, right? So yeah, they come in these patterns, and you can grip them onto your phone, on the back of your phone. If you go here, you can see the 360 version of it too. They have a 3M tape behind it. Yeah, they have a heart shape and all. And actually, I have the real model with me, so you can see how they look in real life. Yeah, so it's like it's just like a little grip, a smartphone talk. They want to use that term because apparently grip talk, it's like kind of coined in Korea. But oh, this is like a heart, a finger heart. Yeah. So if you use this, you would put it like this, and you'll be able to like extend it and hold it easily like that, right? So if you have bigger phones, it's even better for you. I think the designs are really cute. They're very unique. It's not like any of those cheesy, what do you call them, like tacky looking weird the grips. So yeah, go check it out. We have very different patterns and designs. Why is this not focusing? Yeah, different patterns and designs. You can choose the heart-shaped one, and they're very affordable as well. So yeah, if you were always kind of bugged about how expensive some of these are, you can get them, and they come from craftsmanship. So this one's theme is raining. It's called Raining. Yeah, it matches today's theme. It's raining outside, right? Yeah. We got fast global shipping, Nightbot in the chat. So we got others as well. Let me just show you them because the owner sent us, and I just want to appreciate his or her work and effort. So I'm just gonna flash you all of them here. Yeah, these are really cute, right? They're really shiny and cute. So really nice products. Go check them out on Piroso. And let me tell you a secret. If you subscribe to our newsletter, very easy. All you have to do is enter your email. You will probably get an 8% discount coupon within the week, and you can use that to purchase our products more affordably. And just as we are talking, we got an order from Sandra. Thank you so much. I love these Shopify notifications. Let's see what Sandra bought. From the US, shout out. Oh, she bought something else. Okay, that's fine too. She bought the Norige keyring and the Jeju tangerine herb tea. Yes, I need some tea. There's actually a lot of tea behind there. We got a really good brand called Chashigan, which does like authentic Korean tea over here. Really cute mascot. You can get a postcard set for free if you order more than 2 with really nice packaging. But if you only buy 1, you'll only get like the pack itself. But yeah, really nice brand. This is the one Sandra bought right now. It's with the tangerine. You get this gift wrapping set if you buy more than 2. So yeah, this is actually my favorite one, the Jeju tangerine. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to the little plugin I got there, and let's go into the stream, which is very free flow, so it's not really going into anything, but just talking with you guys. You have a really bad anxiety attack right now? Oh no. I hope you get more get better soon. I don't know if my stream's gonna help, but I hope it does. I just try to sit back, enjoy the stream, and yeah, I just got notification that my food is getting picked up at the moment. K armies are lucky, yeah, because they get to go to the events, right? But in a different perspective, I've heard, I guess it's because the frame is K army versus international army. Like I've heard a lot of sentiments from K army as well that nowadays, because BTS has gone super global, it's not their fault, but they do so many more world tours than like Seoul cons. I think they do like 3 sessions in Seoul. That's still a lot, but that just makes sense because yeah, their home ground is Seoul. But like in the case of America, they do like 12 or something, right? So they're like, oh, we could get more of them if they were here and focused on like going on TV and these music shows and blah blah, and yeah. Okay. Sorry. I have to clear my throat once in a while. 감사합니다. Describe your dream vacation. 7 days, no camera allowed. Wow, that's a good question. What is your dream vacation? I think mine would be going to the casino 7 days straight. Just kidding. Mine would be going to a remote island where, of course, it's remote, but like they have all the facilities. But just lying down at the beach, listening to the waves, right amount of heat and sun with a parasol, and getting a tan, which I've never tried in my life. Sorry. And just, yeah, sipping on some coconut juice, reading a book, falling asleep, and not having to care what my next schedule is, and eating some steak at night before nighttime, like at dinner, sipping some, I don't know, sangria, maybe having some lobster or tiger shrimp, and listening to some live music at like a live bar. Hopefully meeting some interesting people as well at the bar. I could buy them a drink. And then having a lovely night. Yeah, that would be a dream vacation for sure. And that just goes on for 7 days straight, not having to worry about anything that's happening in the world. Just touring around the island, maybe doing some activities if there are, like scuba diving or like jet skiing, paragliding. I've actually tried paragliding before in Bali, and it was amazing. It's kind of frightful. It is very like scary at first, but once you get used to it, it's very exciting. Yeah. In your dreams, bro. Oh my god, you don't have to be like such a T. Are you a T? 5-course fancy meal or all-you-can-eat buffet? I would definitely go for a 5-course fancy meal. I do not fancy buffets at all because normally buffet food quality is not there. And but if you go to a 5-course meal, then normally the course meals have better quality food, and I just don't like stuffing in myself that much. Yeah. So yeah, buffets are almost all carbs and fat. So what's a tea? It's I'll introduce you what a tea is. So Yeah, I'm just showing you this for reference. If you go to clothes, you can see this, right? We have the MBTI t-shirts. So if you go to maybe ENTJ or INTJ, INTP, I'm an INTP. This is my personality, right? So if you have a T inside your MBTI, you're called a T. So F's and T's are the two different kinds, ENFJ, ESTJ. So the difference is like the T and F, right? So F stands for like feeler. You have a lot of feelings. You approach problem solving and matters. You're in your feels. You have like, you're very like sentimental. You're very emotional and all that kind of stuff. While T's are very like just analytical, kind of robot-y and realistic. They don't really care about like feelings or emotions at the moment. They're like, okay, what happened? So the prime example to this would be someone got in a car crash and they called you for help, right? They're like, oh my god, I got in the car crash. I'm on the side of the road right now. So an F would go like, oh my god, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Do you want me to call an ambulance? Or that kind of approach would be the typical approach. But if you were a T, you pick up the call and you'd be like, oh no, where are you right now? Okay, do you have insurance called? Do you want me to call the insurance? I'll go there and like get a tow truck or whatever, and stay put, be careful, put up like your light so that other cars don't hit you. So it's like it very just cold-bloodedly analyzes the situation and assesses what's going on and goes directly to the problem solving. While feelers would be like more towards your feelings, like, oh, are you okay? I hope you're not hurt. If you got like, if you got like a bone fracture or whatever, go try going to the hospital, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so you can check whatever you are on these MBTI tests online. You're definitely an F, says Doll Baby. Yeah, like there are these two kind of people, and they definitely are divided, and some of them just can't stand each other because like some people, a lot of T's like myself. Wait a sec, I just gotta.
연락처가 노출되니 문의사항은 고객센터를 이용해 주세요.
네, 여보세요.
네, 1층 비밀번호요.
아, 그쪽 거기 빌라동 아니고 옆으로 오시면 따로 문 있거든요. 상가동이라서.
태명상가로 올라가는.
네, 맞습니다. 거기 비밀번호 없습니다.
박스들 쌓여 있는데?
네?
박스 쌓여 있는데?
네, 맞습니다.
아, 네네.
네, 감사합니다. 놓고 가주시면 됩니다.
네.
네. It was the delivery guy. Yeah, so a lot of T's actually are like T's and F's are very just annoyed with each other because they just don't get it. And T's are like, what is like that going to help? That's not even helping anything. It's just like a temporary feel good kind of thing. You need to solve the problem for the person. What did I order? I ordered Chinese food. Yeah, and it's here. I'll go get it. Yeah, so I actually have, by the way, if you want to buy your customized MBTI t-shirt, you can buy it on Piroso as well. 외국에서도 MBTI를 많이 하나요? 안 한다고 합니다. So, yeah, I heard in the US or other countries, MBTI is not that big. It's more like horoscopes or astrology, from what I've heard. Yeah. So, if you go to, like, there are a lot of, like, skits for these T kind of stuffs. I don't know if they have, like, English subtitles, though. If they do, it'll be good. Oh, they do have English subs. So, let me see the accuracy of these subs. Okay, so... Okay, I'll show you this. I'll play this while I'm getting the food. So the title of this is called F is incomprehensible. So obviously the couple is going to be an F couple, right? And this guy is going to be a T. So we're going to see the couple's conversation in a T's lens. And yeah, he's probably going to be frustrated. So I'll turn this on while I'm getting the food, okay? I don't know if the desktop... Okay, desktop audio is on. Yeah, let's see. I'll show you this.
미안해, 많이 기다렸어?
왜 늦었어?
미안해, 많이 기다렸어?
왜 늦었어?
아, 나 오는데 길이 좀 막혔어.
근데 오빠 그 옷 왜 입었어?
어? 왜?
이상해.
아, 그래?
응, 아저씨 같아.
내가 아저씨라서 그런가?
그럴 수도 있어.
귀여워. 뭐가 귀엽다는 거야? 모가지가 아프네. 병원 안 갔어?
응, 저번 주 평일에 시간 없었어.
그럼 오늘도 아프면 집에서 쉬지 그냥. 싸우겠다.
그 정도는 아닌 것 같아.
그래? 병원 가봐. 내 커피 시키고 올게.
응.
뭐 싸우는 거야, 안 싸우는 거야?
여보세요? 진아. 우울해서 파마했다고?
왜 우울한데?
헐, 사진 보내봐. 돈 얼마 들었어? 너 머리 길어서 돈 많이 나왔겠다. 어? 알겠어, 끊어.
Okay, so my bad. The couples are T's. Okay, the couple are the two T's over here, and the guy in the left is the F, and he doesn't understand their conversation because there's no feelings, and the couple should be fighting each other because of those comments and stuff. But yeah, I'll just get ready with the food.
왜?
응, 진아 전화 왔어.
진아 왜?
우울해서 파마했대.
그래? 사진 보내보라 그러지.
그랬는데 나중에 다시 전화한다고 끊었어.
바쁜가 보지?
그런가 봐.
그게 아니지.
오빠 나 살쪘어?
아니야, 아니라고 해. 아니라고 해. 왜?
아니 나 사진 찍은 거 보는데 왜 이렇게 살이 쪘지?
그런가?
오빠가 봤을 때 어때?
지금 이게 짠 걸 먹어서 부은 건지 아니면 진짜 살이 찐 건지 잘 모르겠어.
짠 거를 먹지는 않았어.
그래? 그럼 손 줘봐. 한 2kg 빠졌어.
이거 내 눈치 봐서 그렇게 말한 거지?
아니?
귀여워.
우리 오늘 뭐 하지?
생각 안 해봤어?
아이고.
나도 생각 안 해봤는데. 영화 볼까?
영화? 그럴까?
그거 몰래 스즈메?
아, 그 너의 이름은 감독 거?
나 너의 이름은 보고 울었었는데.
진짜?
아니.
귀여워. 왜?
회사 카톡 왔어.
회사? 회사 왜?
저번 주에 지각했는데 이번 주에 늦지 말라고.
근데 저번 주에 자기가 좀 늦게 자긴 했어. 왜냐면 그 사람들도 똑같이 일하고 출근하는데 내보다 후임이 맨날 내보다 늦게 오면 나 같아도 화날 것 같긴 해. 이거 진짜 싸우겠다.
그건 그래.
나도 예전에 지각을 많이 했었거든. 근데 나는 전날에 운동을 하고 자니까 다음날 괜찮더라고. 내가 같이 운동해줄게.
오빠는 말을 참 잘 들어줘서 좋아.
나 개상처인데.
나 개 상처 나가지고 동물병 갔다 왔어.
멍멍이 어떡해.
어떻게 멍멍이 너무 아파.
이제 가자.
왜? 아직 영화 시간 안 되는데?
병원 예약해놔서 자기 평일에 또 시간 없다 할 것 같아서.
그래?
여기 3층에.
고마워.
가자.
가방 줘, 무거워.
무거워.
가자. 귀여워.
So I think you get it. Basically get the gist of it. You feel like they're robots at some times. And the boy might be a little bit too harsh in some person's point of views. Like, but at the end he's very caring as well. He's an actions kind of guy, so he reserved like the hospital appointment, and yeah, so you need to know a lot about MBTI in order to understand these kind of things. Yeah. This is how me and my friends talk. I feel attacked. Yeah, you're a T. You're a T. Nobody gets hurt by any of those comments, you know, right? Let's see the food. Okay, it doesn't look appetizing right now because I just put the noodles inside the sauce. I need to like mix it up. And we got the service over here. Some fried dumplings. And what is this? Oh, we got the 탕수육. These are like fried beef. And I got a little Pepsi for myself. I'm just gonna help myself out with the food. Yeah, and I think I got some super chats. Okay, Rachel, thank you for the $5 pizza. Hi David, I wanted to ask, does Korea have any mascots for breakfast cereals like how the US has Tony the Tiger and Lucky Charms Leprechaun? First of all, cereal isn't like a big thing in Korea. Most of the cereals that exist are from the US basically, because you know cereal is a Western thing. And I don't think we have our own Korean cereal at all. I'm sure we do, but I don't think we have any like outstanding mascots or anything, because yeah, even if there are any of those, like it's probably gonna be knockoff versions of those American mascots. Yep. Did you hear about the collab Mr. Beast did with Zaxby's? You should try it when you visit Texas. Oh, really? That's in Texas? Yeah, I heard about the Zaxby's collab for sure in his recent video. Yeah, I should try it for sure. Show my loyalty. Thank you. What is your favorite Korean ice cream? There's a thing called... I mean, ice cream is pretty much all the same, but I think one unique one is called 쌍쌍바. It appears in a lot of dramas, and it's very fun because you've probably seen what it is. So it's this ice cream. Yeah, it looks like this. Put myself up there again. It looks like this, and you break it, and then one side gets a little bit more of it usually. But if you break it very even, then everybody's happy. But it's very hard to break it like this. Usually the outcome is something like this. Yeah. Or this. So you can share it with a friend. And if you're dating, that's like a very fun item. Because it's just so cute, right? I really need some scissors. I wish they gave me some scissors right now. I can't use my utensils scissors right now. But usually we have scissors for jjajangmyeon, because the noodles are just too long and it's just too hard to like mix up. But I'm struggling right now to mix it up. You have those twin popsies? Okay. It's called 쌍쌍바 in Korean. We Filipinos have a technique to cut it evenly. Really? You guys even have a technique? Yeah, we're just like, whoever gets the bigger piece is the lucky guy of the day. Educational, yes. Almost done mixing it up. A lot of onions here. Nice. Should I take another break from Instagram? What are you talking about? Let me show you another clip from them while I mix it up. It's taking a little while, sorry.
야 늦어서 미안하다.
왔어?
아 쏘리.
아, 야, 추운데 온다고 고생했다.
왜 늦었어?
아, 내 일찍 출발했는데 회사에서 뭐 좀 보내달라고 그거 한다고 늦었다.
어떡해?
야, 얘 온다고 고생했는데 뭘 따져. 아니, 괜찮아.
왜? 나 그냥 궁금해서 물어본 거야.
아, 그래? 너 화난 거 아니야?
나 화 안 나는데?
아, 그래?
야, 그 혹시 자살의 반대말이 뭐라고 생각하는?
살자.
타살. 왜?
야, 너 지금 타살이라 그런 거야?
왜 자살의 반대말 타살 아니야?
야, 어떻게 그렇게 말을 해?
야, 나는 자연사를 그래서.
그게 정답이야?
그게 정답이면 뭔 소리야?
야, 그러면 너 그 슬픔을 나누면 어떻게 되는 거야?
반이 되지.
슬픈 사람 2명 되지. 왜 님 뭐라 했는데?
나 슬거품.
아 그게 정답이야?
아니, 너네 지금 뭔 소리 하는 거야?
아니 그게 아니고 태영아, 네 MBTI F지?
나 F.
네 T지?
응.
내가 T거든? 규남이 대답이 내랑 똑같고 태영이 대답이 내 여자친구랑 진짜 똑같다.
아, 잠깐만. 야, 그게 중요한 게 아니고. 야, 넌 진짜 슬픔을 나누면 2개가 된다고 생각해?
응. 애초에 누구한테 말을 해서 없어질 슬픔이면 그건 슬픔이 아니야.
너 그러면 내 고민 상담해줄 때도 그렇게 생각했어?
응. 그래서 해결해주려고 엄청 열심히 말해줬잖아.
그지? 해결해줘도 슬픔 없애줘야지.
야, 해결 이런 게 중요한 게 아니라 공감, 위로 이런 걸 나누는 거야.
와, 얘도 이 말 하네. 내 여자친구랑 이 말도 똑같이 한다.
왜?
아니 내 여자친구가 얼마 전에 아팠거든? 근데 내한테 자기 아프다고 좀 와주면 안 되냐고 그러는 거야.
그래서?
아 근데 내가 간다고 걔 병이 낫는 게 아니잖아. 그러니까 자기 병 갔다 와갖고 집에서 쉬어라 이랬거든.
너 여자친구한테 진짜 그렇게 말했어?
그게 왜?
너 여자친구 뭐라 안 해?
니랑 반응 똑같다니까? 근데 내가 가면 걔가 괜히 신경 쓰이고 야 아플 때 그냥 혼자 쉬는 게 낫다 이거.
애초에 아프면 약 먹고 빨리 자야지.
아니지. 와, 진짜 아니지. 야, 바로 가야지.
네가 가서 뭐 할 건데?
아, 뭘 뭐해. 아프다니까 위로도 좀 해주고.
그리고?
아, 간호도 해주고.
어떻게 간호해줄 건데?
뭐 그냥 뭐 열난다고 하면 수건으로 좀 이렇게 좀 해주고.
그랬는데 병이 안 나면 어떡할 건데?
아, 뭐 그럼 병원을 가야지.
그러니까 결국엔 병원을 간다니까?
그래!
네가 가서 병원 가는 시간이 늦어질 뿐이야.
아니, 야, 그게 중요한 게 아니라니까.
아니 근데 내가 가잖아? 그럼 여자친구가 내를 신경 쓰느라고 제대로 못 쉴 거야 얘가.
그치. 빨리 낫고 다음에 만나서 재밌게 노는 게 낫지.
그러니까 우리가 막 사랑하지 않아서 이런 말을 하고 이런 게 아니라니까?
와, 아니야, 난 진짜 이해가 안 가. 와, 난 진짜 이해가 안 가.
야 그러면은 누가 네 보고 달 보니까 너 생각이 나서 연락했어 이러면 네 뭐라 그럴 것 같아?
어디야? 이러고 바로 가야지.
뭘 어디 가는데 자꾸.
야 그럼 니는 달 보고 누가 네 생각났다고 하면 네 뭐라 그럴래?
왜?
아, 그 왜 좀 그만해봐. 그놈을 왜 줘?
왜?
야, 내가 만약에 달 보고 너 생각이 났어 이렇게 보냈는데 너처럼 왜? 이러지? 야, 그럼 너 같은 사람 절대 못 만나.
왜? 아니 나는 달이랑 나랑 관련된 뭔가가 있는지 궁금해서 물어보는 거야.
아니, 그게 왜 궁금해? 야, 그게 달이든 해든 별이든 네 생각이 났어. 이게 중요한 거라니까.
님 뭐라 할 건데?
나? 누가 달 보고 내 생각났다 그러면?
이 새끼도 왜라고 하기만 해봐.
내가 뭐 니를 암스트롱이면 좀 고마울 수 있겠지.
그럴 수도 있겠다.
아니, 뭐 개소리. 암스트롱이 왜 나와?
아니 그게 아니고서는 달 보고 내 생각날 이유가 뭐야?
아니, 그 이유가 왜 중요하냐고. 그 순간에 그 감정에 그 분위기에 그때 딱 네 생각이 난 게 그게 중요한. 와.
얘 지금 화난 거야? 왜?
와.
야 아무 말도 하지 말고 가만히 있어. 아 태영아 혹시 그런 말인가? 그러니까 그 분위기랑 그 감정이랑 막 마음이 몽글몽글한 상태에서 내가 생각난 그게 중요한 건가?
그래.
아 달이 중요한 게 아니지?
그래, 개 같은 거 달이 왜 중요하냐고 자꾸.
그래. 아 달이 중요한 게 아니고 그러니까 이유가 중요한 게 아니라 내가 생각난 내 네 말 뭔 말인지 정확히 알겠다.
너 뭔 말인지 알겠지? 그래, 이거라니까 이거야.
야 그럼 바로 가야지.
아, 그래. 아, 나 이제 속이 다 시원하네.
그래 됐고 이제 그만하고 밥 먹자 밥.
밥 먹으러 가자. 아, 잠깐만, 화장실 갔다 올게. 와, 나 진짜 이해가 안 가. 와.
닌 지금 저게 이해가 된 거야?
아니 근데 그게 중요한 게 아니다.
왜?
그냥 공감해주고 톤 올려서 리액션을 이렇게 해주고 그런 게 중요한 거다. 니도 앞으로 누가 물어볼 때 있지? 왜? 이러지 말고 진짜? 이렇게 대답해봐.
진짜?
나 달 보니까 네 생각이 나서 연락했어.
진짜?
그렇게 하면 되는 거다.
니 이런 거 어떻게 하냐?
난 여자친구가 F잖아. 나 F 분석이 싹 다 끝났다.
하야가 잘 됐네.
잠깐만. 여보세요? 자기야. 자기 접촉사고 났다고? 와 어떡해? 자기 보험은 들었어?
Yeah. Yeah, you saw that. You saw that. So that's basically a TNF. So what would you, which side do you side on? Like for the girlfriend who's sick, would you say let's hang out next time, get better, like send some medicine and let her go see the doctor, or would you go over to her place and take care of her and comfort her and stuff like that? Or if someone calls you and suddenly says, I was looking at the moon and it reminded me of you, what would your response be? Like, would it be why? Or would it be like, oh, that's so touching and, you know, all that? You're the F? Mm. Yeah, I'm feeling a little better now. Especially with the food here. Yeah, so usually T's, I'm a T, and usually T's get educated on how to respond with F's. So we're trained, as the guy said in the last dialogue. He's like, all you have to do is say really, and then you don't really mean it, and you're not really interested in what the person's feeling, or that doesn't mean anything to you, but you just say, oh really? Oh, that's so bad. Oh yeah, you have like mechanical responses. Those noodles look good, yeah, they are good. And they have a fiery taste to it, so it's spicy as well. Dang, now you're hungry. Wow, more than 200 people watching. Appreciate that. Please press a like. You would get so upset. And at the end, as I said, like the guy got a call from his girlfriend and she got a fender bender. She got a car accident. And then the first thing he says is like, do you have insurance? Yeah, at the end, I mean, she'd probably be okay if she's calling. So, yeah, you want to provide a solution. But I'm not that much of a T, so I would definitely say, are you okay first? But after that, I would go into like, do you have insurance? Do you want me to call? Or whatever, something like that. F's no when you're faking it, do you? Some people don't. That's why it's really hard when you're dating and then one side is an F, one side is a T. And usually the T's are the ones that go through like the hassle, because you always have to match towards the F. And T's are okay with whatever. We don't normally get very easily offended. It just doesn't matter, like whatever someone else thinks about me or whatever. So like in the former video, there was a dialogue where the girl said to her boyfriend, do you think I gained some weight? And then usually if you're an F couple, if you're both Fs, the right answer or the common ping pong would be, oh no, what are you saying, honey? Like, you look fine, you're amazing. Like, even if you did gain weight, that you would look beautiful. You're just beautiful the way you are. Like, I want to kiss you, something like that. That would be a dialogue between Fs. But if you're a T couple and the girl asks, do you think I gained some weight? And then the guy would be like, oh yeah, maybe. Did you eat some like I don't know, ramen last night? Or maybe you ate more than you usually did. We should go to the gym together. That would be the approach. And if that girl was an F and the guy was a T and he responded like that, then you would get into a fight. The girl would feel offended and say like, even if I did gain weight, why would I be asking you this? Like, you know, you're my boyfriend and you're making me even more intimidated. So that's the difference. So us T's always feel comfortable with other T's because we don't have to tiptoe over other people's feelings. We just like being ourselves and not like, I don't need my emotions to be respected, and I don't want to like match towards your emotions too. You love these yellow radishes? They're called 단무지. These are sweet too. You think it also has to do with maturity? Maybe, yeah. But in the past, I've met feelers too, and it's kind of a hassle. Honestly, I'll tell you that. David, have you seen the Domino's pizza ad about tipping and how they will tip you back if you give a tip? When I saw that, I thought of you, David. Because I'm a super anti-tipper. Thank you, Rachel. If that is the case, then all I'm eating in the States is Domino's. Anna is a... I think she's a ESTJ. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's an ESTJ. Hey, Tom. The MBTI stuff is fascinating because even though they're not perfect categories, they help us understand the differences a little better. Signed, INFJ. Yeah, so I'm not an expert too, but if we go back to the MBTIs a little bit, if you look at this, so the first one, E or I, right? It's either E or I. So ENTP or INTP. The difference between E and I think everybody knows. It's extrovert or introvert. If you go deeper into that, you get like E's get energy when they're around people. They like being around people. They like socializing. They like parties. They just can't, stop talking, and they always want to be somewhere and like doing some activities. That's an E, a typical E, a strong E. And if you go to I's are like more introverts, and they like being by themselves. They like doing their own hobbies, having some quality time, solo time at home. Maybe going to the movies alone and all that kind of stuff. And it's not necessarily that you hate people or anything, but you hang around with people, but preferably with a smaller or intimate group. And also, once you're done hanging out with them, your social battery just dies down, and you're very drained when you go home. Yeah. And then the N, it's between the N and S, right? So I actually don't know what an S is. I only know that N's are very like dreamy, imagination geared people. Yeah, I think S would probably be the opposite of that. I explained the T and F, right? Feeler and thinker. And JP. So J is like an organizer. The prime example would be a J. If you're to go on a trip with a J, the J would do all the planning, and the J wouldn't want to waste any time. You would have to go on a set schedule with that person. You would have to go to the shopping mall at 1 p.m., go to the plaza at 3, go to like, I don't know, an attraction at 5. If that doesn't work out, the J gets stressed. But the P, if you go on a vacation with him or her, they'd be like, oh, the vibes are so good. Let's just go to a cafe. And which cafe? Like any place. Like, let's just enjoy, this place. And what should we do today? I don't know. Like, spontaneously, let's just go to the ocean side, or maybe look for a nice local spot. And they're not really organized or anything. They're just very spontaneous. And they just like to live in the moment. Stuff like that. So if those two different styles go on a trip, you get into big fights. I'm a P right now, but I used to be a huge J. So MBTI's flip around, like, once you mature, or like if you go through stages of life. I'm a little bit more chilled down now. I'm like, okay, whatever happens in life just happens. Just go with the flow. But I used to be a huge J when I was like 5 years younger. I went to Spain with my friend who happens to be a huge P. We got into a huge fight, and we didn't even talk to each other for a year. I thought it was it. On the plane back, we sat next to each other and we ignored each other because we were so fed up. So if you're going on a trip with your friend, I recommend you doing the MBTI test. And if you have a strong J against a strong P, then I do not recommend going on that trip. If it's a 1 or 2 day trip, it should be fine. But that trip I went with him was like a 2-week trip, and by the end of it, I was like, I wanted to like actually punch him in the face. I got super stressed out going along with him. I was like, we're in freaking Spain. I spent like this much money to come here in time. And if we're going to get the most out of it, you need to go to like Sol Plaza and then the Real Madrid Stadium and then, I don't know, the Palace and also the National Museum and Don Quixote, whatever, and do all of that. And we're going to Barcelona tomorrow, and we're gonna go to the beach and go to this Rambla street and go get some nice sangria and watch flamenco too, and then all that kind of stuff. And then I had it all planned out, and then we'll go to like Toledo and Granada, Sevilla, all that. We'll take this bus to that spot. This is the cheapest way, and then we'll go to this hotel I booked already. And first of all, J's are disrespectful. They don't appreciate you for that effort because they think I didn't even want that anyways. Like, I was just here to tag along, and I'm just like, I was going to go spontaneous anyways, but you did all the planning just for yourself, so whatever, I'll just follow you along. So they're disrespectful. I guess it's case by case, but in the case of my friend, he was like that. There usually people are like that. And the most stressful thing is once you do all the planning and you take around them to nice places, once they're like appreciating and like admiring it, wow, this is so nice, and then one little thing goes down, like you found like a good coffee shop in the hole in wall place, and then you go and then you see it doesn't operate on Tuesdays. They're like, bro, what are you doing? Like, oh my god, I felt like something was going to go wrong. Like, why did I even come here? I knew this. And then they start bitching and complaining like a child, while you did 90% of all the organizing, and then they're like, oh, I want to go home and stuff like that. It's so irritating. It's so freaking irritating. And then I got into a big quarrel. I'm like, if you just want to go to the beach and just chill for a whole day, like, why did you even come to Spain? Like, if you're not going to go to all these, like, if you imagine you're in Paris, you don't go to see the Eiffel Tower or like the gate, or you know, or Montmartre Hill or whatever. Like, you don't go to the main attractions and you're just by the river and just sipping wine. I guess that is a way, but isn't that kind of a waste of time? I just get stressed. Are y'all still friends? Yes, we are. Pretty strong P here, yeah. And now I've just came to a point that, okay, there are different kind of people around the world. They have different styles, more chill, spontaneous, more organized, and very like goal driven. So I understand now, and I've turned into a P too. I'm like between J and P, like 49% J, 51% P. So I'm like half now. 빡빡하다. Exactly. So I'm assuming Andrew is a P. So these kind of people would never go, would never like be a good travel buddy with me personally. Because when it comes to traveling, I am a J. And they'd be like, oh, let's just rest for God's sake. And I'm like, no, we're in Granada for a single day. We have to go to the Alhambra, palace in the morning, and we need to get some street churros in noon, and then we need to go see a flamenco show at 3 p.m. So be prepared to transport in between. And they're like, I'm tired though. Can we just sleep in until like 1 p.m. in the hotel? And I'm like, no, I reserved the palace entry 2 months ago. And why do you not respect that? You wouldn't even have the opportunity. You wouldn't be even able to enter the palace without my help and my planning. You're not even appreciating it, and now you're even disrespecting it by saying, let's just all F it and just sleep in like that. And then I got into a big fight, so that was one of the big points. I can't travel with tight schedule. I'm free roaming. Relax. So usually my style is, first, let's go to the main attractions, the tourist spots, what we all have to do while we're at this country, because I don't know, in the future we might or might not have the opportunity to come back. So I think it's just plausible and obvious that we should go to all the main places first, and then if we have some extra time, like a day or two, then we can go to the beach or like a local cafe or a neighborhood stroll or something. But other than that, if I'm here with my precious money and time, I don't want to waste it, you know? Only P's take Spirit Airlines. I am really taking Spirit Airlines. Why? What do you mean, really? Yeah, it's gonna be an experience. And then you'll see me in like 3 weeks on live, me saying like, I'm sorry guys, I should have listened to you. Oh, of course I did put some free time for everybody to be. I'm not like, you know, we have to be here in 10 minutes, every 10 minutes, one hour, something like that. The thing is, the main thing is, when somebody just doesn't appreciate your planning, that's number one. And also, when you have something planned and they don't want to go with it. Okay, I can't force you to, but beforehand, usually J's send over the itinerary via text, and they just like scroll down, okay, and they confirm without even actually like thinking about it. And then once they are there, they're like, I just don't kind of want to. I don't feel like I want to go to a museum right now. You should have said that when I sent you the chat, and then say, you know, like, oh, instead of a museum, can we go to maybe a shopping mall? Then it would be totally fine if I go to a shopping mall. But when I had in my head, you know, I'm going to go to a museum and see some Goya and whatever, and I don't get to do that experience because you are just complaining right now, saying like your feet hurt, and then you want to go to a coffee shop and rest, or I don't know, you need to buy something for your aunt and mother and go to a shopping mall. Oh. The funny thing is, for Spirit, my flight was like $70, and I thought it was the cheapest. I went in. All the other, like Delta, American, they were like 110, 120. They were like 1.8 times expensive. Spirit was $70. I went in. I was like, oh, this is nice. And then once all the fares gone up, like the luggage and everything, it doubled in price. Even so, I think it's cheaper than Delta, because like Delta would have a luggage fee too. But I found out Delta's luggage fee was like $35 per case, while Spirit was like over 18 kilos, it was like $70 or something like that. So it's like double. No, $70 for LA to Texas. I think it was 80 or something, yeah. And then the luggage fee was like almost on par with that. Nah, see, this is what you do. You bring your bag to the gate and then you check it in for free. Really? Does that work? If you use Spirit, you might become an actual spirit. I'm not joking. They have had some accidents lately. Oh no. That sounds horrible. That person was ST. He is chill and doesn't plan, but if he was NF, he would be intuitive and appreciate your feelings and M planning and yeah. Right. 747s are falling apart in the sky? What? Air flights are normally safe. They're safer than cars, statistically. And it's a known fact that scientifically turbulence is not dangerous. Recently there were some anomalies, but in general, and like 99%, turbulence doesn't really make the plane crash or rip the plane apart or something like that. Or the only part where turbulence can actually hurt a person is when you're not wearing your seatbelt and roaming around and you hit your body in some like part of the plane and stuff. But I just feel so amused when I see someone across the aisle when the turbulence is like really high and everybody on the announcement, the captain's like, seat up everybody, and we're experiencing bad turbulence right now, and the person is there like praying. It's like, we're all gonna die, please save me, and I'm like, dude, we're not gonna die. I mean, if the turbulence mask falls down, that would be dramatic, but at the end, like, if you just have the science in your head and know statistically that turbulence has almost never really affected the safety of the plane itself, then it's just like, oh, it's just a passing turbulence. I mean, if you go on a plane and die, then what can you do about it? That's what's gonna that was what was bound to be to happen, right? You don't have any control anyways. You have to take that plane, so whereas in the case of driving a car, though, there are factors that take into account. Like, car accidents are unavoidable at some points, but first, if you have good driving skills, if you're aware of your surroundings, if you have a safer car, like a big car with good airbags and, you know, all that stuff, if you're abiding by traffic law, and or maybe if you have like an AI sensor that, you know, you can increase the possibilities of surviving in a car with a lot of different factors. Like, if a person just comes charging at you and just hits you with another car, then there's nothing you can do. But car accidents are way more in frequency statistically than plane crashes. So every day, if you think about like the logic, you should have the same feel. You should have even a more scared feeling driving your car. If you're a person that's always shuddering on a plane, oh, we're all gonna die, I don't know if this plane is gonna be like safe or not, then every time you go on a car, then you should be having the same feeling in a doubled sense. Tea's yeah, exactly. This is what I yes, I am a T. That said, I definitely wouldn't drive a Spirit car. Okay, I'm just really down for this Spirit flight. I really wonder what's gonna happen. Spirit is wild, but you'll be okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like totally fine, because the domestic flights in Korea, they have small, tiny ass planes. We go to Jeju and Osaka and Tokyo on those planes, and they're like 3-hour flights. Same from Cali to Texas. And what kind of service do you want even anyways on a 3-hour flight? You know, you just close your eyes, open it, and you're there. Seats are tiny anyway, so I don't know where the differentiation can come in. I guess maybe in the pricing, but other than that, I don't care if the cabin crew is like bitching or not. You know, as long as I don't have to give a tip. That's my main point of concern. Yeah, they just charge for everything, every little thing. I guess that is the big nuisance. Oh my gosh, guys, though. Okay, you might call me racist again. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you this, though. Maybe I shouldn't. If I already know that, I might get canceled. Should I tell it or not? Holly, welcome to the Patreon. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. People already knowing what I'm gonna say in the chat. Okay, so there was this one time. I mean, I'm still broke, but I was broke even back then too, because I was a college student, but I wanted to travel the world, so I've saved up a lot of money. I was working at the movie theater, by the way. Got all my part-time wage and saved it up for a big trip. Maybe because of that, I was a little bit sensitive about like my itinerary and stuff, because it was hard-earned money, whereas my friend just got it from his parents. But yeah, so we were young. I would never do that now, but we took like a 13-hour stopover at Moscow. So the flight was from Korea to Moscow, layover for 13 hours, and then from Moscow to Barcelona. That was a trip. And yeah, so basically the first trip to Moscow was, I think it was like South China Airlines. It was South China Airlines or something. I can confidently say that was the worst airplane flight in my life. All caps, periods in between. South China Airlines. Yeah. It was, oh my god, absolute shit. Maybe this is gonna be the video after I fly Spirit, but I'll compare the Spirit with South China Airlines. But I was on that flight for, I don't know, like how long does it take from Seoul to Moscow? Probably like, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours. I don't know. You do the math. But wow. Okay. First of all, the airplane itself is super old. I know that airplanes are safe, but then when you actually see the condition of the airplane and it's all squeaky and like you see like, what do you call it, water stains and all that on the airplane surface, and then you step in and you see like the seats, the cushionings with like stains and all, and they're barely like cleaned. You check the cabinets in front of you and there's like plastic and stuff from the former person. They haven't cleaned it up yet, and the whole plane just stinks. It stinks like hell. The smell is just like intolerable, intolerable. And okay, I have to admit, because it was a Chinese airline, there were a lot of Chinese tourists on it. And you know, when these Chinese tourists, I'm not generalizing all Chinese people, okay? Let's get that straight. But in the case of mainland Chinese people, especially old people, when they're in groups, when they're in like groups of 20s and 30s, they travel in groups with those flags. It's a sense of, the group mentality is like, we are the main here. We are the main characters here, so we can be as loud as we want. And we don't have to have any manners or anything. They're like screaming, yelling at each other, talking non-stop. Babies just running around. People picking their noses and putting it on the cushion, and oh my gosh. Every single thing about that flight was a nightmare. And the food came out and it was like, the food was smelly too. It was super salty. Oh, damn. The technology in China is far advanced than Korea. Okay, bye. But yeah, technology in China is super advanced. I've been to Beijing. I've been to Shanghai. And it's like a futuristic city. I'm not denying that. But in the case of South China Airlines, holy Christ. No. When I got off that plane, it was literally heaven. The service was not bad. The cabin crew, I mean, there's only so much a cabin crew can do. But try Korea Airlines. Okay, I feel like Hyperion, you're pissed, but I dare you to try South China Airlines and try Korea Airlines, and give me a full analysis or comparison on that. And I don't know where the logic of, like, I'm talking about a specific airline experience and why that's jumping into like the technology in China is far advanced than Korea. I don't know what that has to do with that, but I dare you to take that airline and take Korean Air and compare it. Korea Airlines, I would say, I've been on a lot of flights. Korea Airlines is, I would say, I'm not even biased at this point, is like top tier in terms of service, hygiene, like convenience, everything. And I think it's sometimes, I think it's not good sometimes, because like the flight attendants, they get trained so like seriously. If you're joking, then you're joking. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I would just avoid any like South China Airline or East China Airline or whatever with all cost. I've been on Eastern China Airlines too. It wasn't that bad as South China Airlines, but yeah, it wasn't good. One of the best airlines, okay, out of my personal experience, one of the best airlines I've been on was Singapore Airlines. Top. Like, That was unbeatable. I think it's on par with Korean Airlines. Singaporean Airlines are amazing. I think it was Air Japan or whatever, Japan Airlines, they were good too. Like, yeah, that was good. Cathay Pacific, it was in the middle. There was a little bit of a like rusty feel to it, but that was okay. Air France was good too. What else have I flown before? Asiana, which is from Korea, is also good too. I think I have been on Delta in the past, probably when I was coming from LA to Korea. Sometime I was probably on Delta. Delta was good too. I think it was like flawless. Nothing to complain about. I haven't been on the Emirates yet. I haven't been on any of those Etihad, Emirates, or those flights yet. So I'm yet to experience that. But I heard they're really good. Yeah, I want to try that. Qatar, yes, exactly. What else? I'm sorry for all the coughing. What else? What did I take when I was going to Australia or Europe or London? Yeah, I don't really remember. I don't think they were very like memorable. Yeah. Alaska Airlines is good. I want to try that out too. But all in all, I don't have I don't have a lot of complaints about airlines because I'm that kind of person who's just like comfortable in a little seat, as long as I have my Netflix and I just like close my eyes, go to sleep, and then open it and we're there. So Scandinavian airlines are cheap. Also good as Norwegian Air. Yeah, I've been on a lot of airlines, and I never even like cared about which airline it is. I always just go on the cheap ones. Yeah, and most of them were very pleasant experiences, except that South China Air. Oh, damn. In Japan, it's considered very rude to not slurp and make noises when you eat. I have a funny story about this. So, my double major in high school was Japanese, and if you take the Korean Suneung, the SAT, the university entry exam, you get to choose a third language. So your second language would be English, right? So we have Korean exam, English exam, and then there's like an extracurricular third language subject, and everyone gets to choose. Like you choose either Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, French, German, whatever. It's your choice. It doesn't really matter though. But obviously I was Japanese, and I studied a little bit of Japanese, and among the questions, it's not only about like grammar, vocab, and all that sentences. You have culture questions as well. And there's this one question saying like which is considered inappropriate in Japan. And then there were a lot of things, and amongst them, one of the options were you slurp and make a sound when you're eating noodles at a bar, at a noodle bar. And I was like, this is a no-brainer. I checked that and I got that wrong. Apparently, yeah, as Rachel said, it is being polite to slurp in front of the chef when you're eating noodles, because that's a way you appreciate, you're showing like audibly that the noodle is tasty. You're respecting their effort on making the noodles. I was like, what, really? This is a trick. This wasn't a trick question, and yeah, I got that wrong. Korea air is polluted. Well, thanks to who? You know who. Elizabeth Bailey, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Pizza. Hi from Australia. Yes. Hello, hello. Australia is wonderful. I think Australia is my by far favorite place, on top, on par with Spain and Australia. I always pick those two. They are just amazing. Australia, the nature and the cities on the coasts, the differences between the cities, and just the food. Oh, those steaks are so good. And the people are very, very, I think, laid back and funny too. They're very friendly too. I've never had anybody being very hostile. I've experienced some racist things in Australia. There are racist people, but that's everywhere. So I was fine. But whenever I was at guest house or at parties or anything, people were all very friendly and just chill. Yeah. Yeah, I still remember, it's such a vivid racist encounter. I was at this place called King's Cross. It's kind of like a shady, I don't know. I can't speak accurately about Australia, but it's like a place in Sydney, and it's kind of it's deemed to be kind of dangerous at night. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a McDonald's right in front of the subway station in King's Cross, and I was broke, so I ordered a cheeseburger or something, and then I was eating it in front of the window pane, and then these guys were suddenly passing by, and then I was just eating my cheeseburger, looking outside the window, just observing people, and they suddenly stopped, and they started doing weird things in front of me, and of course they did the typical and then and then started acting like monkeys and woo, 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 and then they were doing that in front of me while I was eating the cheeseburger, and I was like, okay, well, you're putting on a circus for me, thank you. But yeah, definitely it was a very wild racist experience, and it was an act of three, and that's one of the biggest racist encounters I've yeah, felt in Australia. And then I was just walking by, and there's always those casual ni hao, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that's even racist or not, because I guess the fact that you're naturally assuming I'm Chinese could be racist in some point, or maybe these people just actually want to greet you, and the number one Asian language they can think of is ni hao. I don't know. I don't really care about those ni haos. And some Korean people get triggered over that. I don't really care. But I've seen so many vlogs of travelers, and when somebody says ni hao to them, they get super triggered. They're like, I'm not Chinese, no Chinese, Korean. What's that gonna do to them? I guess if you confront them, then that would maybe change their mentalities, but is that really worth it? Just go on with your way. And then there was this other person. There was this other person that was probably drunk, and I was just walking to my guest house, and then he had this little guitar on him. I guess he was a street performer or something, or maybe he was homeless, but he was just yelling stuff on the street. And then once he saw me, he's like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then that dialogue, I just ignored him because he felt mentally not right. But he kept on following me, and then he's like, "I'll sing a song for you." And then, what song should be good? And then, "Oh, I got the perfect song for you." And then he was like, he started singing Coldplay's Yellow. He's like, "It would all look yellow, yellow, yellow." And then he kept on following me playing Yellow, and I was like, is he actually putting up a performance for me, or is he is that yellow, does that yellow mean something? And I was like, yeah, whatever, let me just get out of this place. But a lot of pricks. I don't really confront these people because it's in their bad, whatever. And Yeah, I think those three were the big encounters I had of racism in Australia. But other than that, all the people were super, super friendly. Um, I have only good memories of Australia, and there's this wild, wild, wild experience. I should not say it on stream, but I went to a rooftop party in a guest house, and there were a lot of people there, and then one Aussie was just on the table, and he was smoking, and he was like, yeah, sit here, let's talk. And then I was like sitting there, and I just had a beer or something, and then he was like offering us like a cigarette, and my friend who's like a big nicotine addict, apparently could what do you call it? Cigarettes. Yeah, cigarettes. What's the other word for it? Like, cigarettes are super, super expensive in Australia. In Korea, one pack is like $3 or $5, something like that. And in Australia, one pack was like $20 or something. And it had these gross ass pictures on it. Now we've adopted that to Korea. But back then, I'm talking about like 10 years ago or something, they had these like gross pictures of like your throat all being dominated by cancer and all, and then would you still smoke? And then my friend had to buy that in the convenience stores, which were all Indian people for some reason, and it was $20 per pack. And my friend was like, we were all broke because we're college students, and he was like, I can't buy this. And he had such an addiction that his hands started shaking because he didn't have nicotine. And then at the end, there was this one supermarket he went into, and he asked for a Marlboro or whatever, and then the person behind the counter was like, yeah, it's $25. And he's like, oh shit, it's the same even in supermarkets. And then he was like, oh, 25? Oh, I'm sorry. And then he was turning back, and then the Indian guy was like, hey, wait, and then come here. And then he was like, yeah. And then he took something out below the counter, and it was like a pack of like actual raw tobacco, I think. He was like, you want to buy this? And then he was like, what's that? And it's like, tobacco, like the original material for cigarettes. So he was selling those like papers and tobacco separately. So if you buy that as a batch, it would be cheap. And he was explaining that it would last for like, I don't know, at least 3 days or a week or whatever. So he bought that actually. And then it was very interesting. Like you put some like saliva on the paper and then make it sticky, and then you put like the tobacco on it and you roll it, and then you light it up and do it. And then obviously my friend was like, ew, it tastes horrible. And then, but it still is like tobacco, right? It is cigarettes, so he just had to cope with that. But anyways, we saw that, and then I went to the guest house party, and the guy was like smoking the similar stuff. And then my friend took it, and it was like, oh, I'm all down for like good, like free cigarettes, like this is gold. And then he took it, and he's like, what is this? This is not cigarettes. And then later we found out it was weed. It was actually weed. And there was a funny smell indeed in that place, and that's the first time I was exposed to weed. And I didn't do it because I'm not a smoker in the first place, and why would I smoke a thing a random person gives me when I'm not a smoker myself? But my friend was so happy, and he was like, oh, listen, please. And then he took it, and he's like, this is not this is not cigarette. Yeah. Yes. You had to come back in on saliva. What? We call it roll your own. Yeah. Your grandpa used to do that. Have you taken any cough medicine? No, I haven't. I'm just waiting for it to naturally heal. But yeah, I've never tried weed. For real, I've never tried weed. Like, I'm making a funny face, but like I've actually never tried weed. I do not intend on trying either. I want to be a good Korean citizen. So there's this law it's not a law, but there's precautions. So Thailand recently legalized weed and then it banned it again recently. But within that like interim, a lot of people were traveling to Thailand just regularly, and the Korean government especially said on national TV, because there are a lot of tourists going back and forth to Thailand and Thailand has legalized weed, they were putting out reports after reports every single day saying that be careful of weed in Thailand. You might be drugged even unconsciously. Like you would go into like a bar and order some kind of drink and they would have like weed inside coffee or whatever, and you might get offered a cigarette and it might have weed in it or whatever. So even if you do that without knowing, when you come back and we do random tests on you and you have weed in your hair, then you are liable to, like, I don't know, being it being a crime or something. And it was noisy for a whole week. Everybody was like, all the newspapers and all the social media accounts are like, beware when you travel China, you might get into prison unwillingly without you even knowing it. And that was funny for a while. The whole nation was a fuss because like so many people go to Thailand and Thailand legalized weed. But they never say that about America or other countries. Don't. It just makes you paranoid and hungry though. I enjoy the chill vibes, but only when I'm alone. You saw a doc about weed in Thailand. They're having too much fun with it over there. The closest thing we had to like drugs. I mean, drugs are already widespread in Korea. That's a very sad thing. Kids are nowadays getting a lot of meth and mostly meth from Telegram. That's very, very severe. But other than that, like in a legal standpoint, the closest thing we got to weed in Korea was there was a phase when they were selling happy balloons in Hongdae. I think this was like a decade ago or something, when I was in my early 20s. Suddenly these stalls popped up and they started selling happy balloons, and apparently like it's a balloon and you inhale some of the gas inside it and it makes you kind of like feel funny and like high kind of. So yeah, I haven't tried it because I was afraid and scared. So, but I saw a lot of my friends doing it because they said it isn't technically illegal. Yeah. Yeah, it's meth. Meth is getting widespread. Meth in Korean is called pillopon. I'm talking about the methamphetamine. Yeah. The one in Breaking Bad. Kids are taking that shit. Imagine it. Imagine that. Yeah. Meth and marijuana are the same in Korea. Marijuana is worse, they think. No, I think we have the knowledge that marijuana is not like up to the level of meth, of course, but they're all just grouped in drugs because drugs as a whole is like taboo. And then here we go with the alcoholism. Okay, alcohol is worse than marijuana and weed. I know, blah, blah, blah. And weed is not a gateway drug. Yes, it's scientifically proven. Yeah. Yeah, they have meth in Korea, yes. Crystal meth. Meth and H are the scariest things. How are they so widespread? I don't know. They all come from China. And I'm not even hating on China. This is a fact. F-A-C-T. All caps. The news always verifies it. All the meth comes from China. So it's very interesting. I see the news and then we have like the biggest ports like Incheon or Busan, and they regularly do like sweeps of the ships and stuff because of illegal, immigrants or illegal drugs. And there was this one time in a Busan in Busan port, one of the scuba divers, apparently they have scuba diver teams too, and one of the scuba divers went in beneath the boat, and they even went into like the turbine, like the propellers, and they found like a dose worth of 10,000 people worth of meth attached to the propellers of the boat. That was wild. I don't even remember like the amount when it's quantified into dollars, but it was a massive amount. And then that day when that was all confiscated, I was like, oh, that drug lord is going to be really, really angry, and some people are gonna die for that. Yeah, so like someone in the organization is going to take responsibility for that, because it was like tens and thousands worth of doses for people individually. I saw that on the news, like all stacked up in the police office, and yeah, that was wild. Chemical warfare. Yeah, there are a lot of conspiracy theories because China has a very painful past because of opium, the Opium War and stuff. Their society basically crippled, and they got, kind of weak because of opium. And that's why drugs are so strictly banned in Korea, in China. I heard that you can even get the death penalty. I've even seen acquaintance of mine getting sentenced the death penalty. And yeah, that's why a lot of people in Korea, because there's a lot of anti-Chinese sentiment here, and they're saying in these conspiracy theories that China is trying to cripple Korea by sending in all this meth and harmful drugs and making society drugged slowly and slowly. I doubt that, though. I don't think they have a grand agenda or anything. It's just drug lords trying to earn money. Yeah. But you get canceled if you used weed in the US, right? Even though it's illegal in the most states, Koreans would get canceled if they are found out. Yeah, it's just illegal. Yeah. I don't know the term in English, but it's apparently for Korean, it's different from country to country. Some citizenships allow that if you go to another country, you abide by you get your trials or you get your rights or whatever by that country's law. But in the case of Korean citizens, wherever we go, regardless, we have to abide by Korean law. And whatever you do outside of our borders, it's still, if you do a crime that's considered a crime in Korea, then it's a crime. Like gambling or drugs. Those are the two big things. Nationality principle, I guess. Yeah. 속인주의, yes. Yeah. That's why so many parents are afraid to send their kids to the US, or especially Amsterdam, Netherlands, because it's so well known for weed and other drugs. Like kids go to parties, university parties, and there's always like weed somewhere, and there's like LSD. So yeah, all of that is illegal. Gambling too, yes. Gambling's illegal too. So apparently for one-off gambling, just for like, I guess, experience, leisure, that's technically illegal too. But if it's just one-off and there's no way to prove it, then it's okay. And even if you, like, let's assume you did weed in the States and you come back, they won't pluck your hair to every single citizen that's visited the States. So the probability you'll get caught is very, very low. But if someone puts in a report on you, or maybe they just decide to do random tests at the airport because like the society's atmosphere is very anti-drug nowadays, then you might have a possibility of getting caught. But for gambling, so I've heard a lot of cases because I have some interest in gambling. There was a person who hit the jackpot in Macau, and you know how gambling is illegal, right? But in order to carry that cash, you need like a huge handbag full of cash, and you have to like put it through the customs, right? There's no other way to get around it. Like, try buying gold or whatever, you'll get caught. Like, with that amount of cash, especially if it's a jackpot, you can't even money launder or anything. So it's gonna get caught anyways. So, but gambling is illegal, right? So this person just, took his shot, just grabbed all the money, stuffed it in a different carrier, put it in the customs, and they scanned it, and of course the customs found out that it was a bag full of cash, and they summoned the person in the airport, and they said, where did you get this? And he's coming from Macau, so yeah, plausible theory there. And he just said up front, like, okay, I went to the casino, I'm not a gambling addict or anything, I just went there for tourism, it's my first time going there, and I just put in a coin and did a roulette, and luckily I hit the jackpot. That's just what it is. And then the border office, they were like, okay, yeah, you're being very honest with us, and even though gambling is illegal, we'll let you take this, but you need to legally file it, and we will put an income tax on you, which is like, for that amount of money, more than 40%. So as long as you give up the 40% of it, then you're good to go. We won't press any charges on you or anything. So yeah, he said, okay, take the 40%, and then he still took the 60% and he just went off. So yeah, I heard that case. Interested in gambling? Come here, so fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, I've been there, done that before. I've been to the Billboard Music Awards in Las Vegas, and while I was there, I went to, I don't know, Caesar's Palace, Venetian, all that, Wynn Palace, whatever, the buffets, and I haven't been to a strip show though. I heard they're famous, but the pools, and I think I went to a Gordon Ramsay hamburger place or whatever. Yeah, the MGM. But it's kind of sad though. Even though I like gambling, I only play games that have higher chances, like mathematically. And I don't do like, big bets or anything. But whenever I see people on the slot machines, like, I feel like slot machines are all rigged, and the chances of actually hitting the jackpot are so low, and you'll just get your money drained and sucked up. So I just don't understand when I see old people. It's especially all of them are pretty much old. They just sit in front of the slot machines. All they're doing is like beep, beep, and they keep on losing money. They might win a little bit, and then they just reinvest that, and then keep on losing it. At the end, I've seen so many old people just take out the 0.3 cents ticket, and then they just go. I think it's just so sad. Yeah. If you're caught with drugs in your system but no paraphernalia in Korea, do you still get charged? What's paraphernalia? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Let me mute the mic. Don't get yourself in legal trouble on the stream. Well, I didn't gamble, like, I didn't, like, I'm not a sequential gambler or a addicted gambler or anything. they all know everyone goes to Las Vegas and Macau and touches their hand, puts their hand on a slot at least 2 or 3 times, loses $20. That's not a crime technically. It says even in like case rulings, the only reason why some of these big figures get prosecuted and actually penalized for gambling is because they have proof that they've been gambling like sequentially. They've visited the place multiple times. That's one of the reasons. Multiple times. That's leading to addiction, and also the amount of money. So if the court can prove that you've gambled multiple times and the amount of money is like in in the millions or tens of thousands, then that becomes a problem. But if it's just like a tourist that goes, just does a slot machine, checks it out for like $20 and I don't know, loses all his money, then there's nothing to charge. I'm dying, yeah. Same in Australia, they can't really afford it, but they get addicted because the machines are designed that way. I just don't understand. Like, if you have common knowledge, you wouldn't do slot machines, though. Yeah, in my case, I feel like as just like a, not myself, but like if you're a casual gambler, if you just want to try out gambling, then you wouldn't go to slot machines because of course you would try it out because you want to know like how it works and like all the dazzling stuff going on the stream, but you would at least go to the roulettes or baccarat or those kind of things where you can bet on 50-50. It's like those are the ones I would go to too. Like you bet on the evens or odds and then you can double your money. The odds are 50-50, so yeah. Your ex would be in Vegas and win on slots. A $5K slot once. It took half. Whoa. That's big. Wow, still 240 people watching. Talking about gambling. Y'all are addicts. And I think the law is kind of rigged anyways. It's double standard. Oh shit. I don't know why, but like my camera started doing that for a while. Let me just restart the camera. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just don't gamble. Just don't gamble. You're addicted to Candy Crush? Yeah, so what I was saying is like the law prohibits gambling, but there are so much more addictive things that you can legally do than gambling. For example, the stock market, yeah. That is pure gambling if you're not in as an actual investor. If you don't have the Warren Buffett mindset, if you don't research on the companies, on the ROI, their net worth, their debt, who their CEO is, what their business model is, what their I don't know, what kind of assets they have, what their business potential is, and then you see like the value of the stock price as well, and you project like the potential future industry, and then after you evaluate and assess the value of the company, and then you put it in, okay, I feel like, for instance, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. They have the biggest population. They have plenty of good demographic, good labor. They're all in like the good IT sectors. They're dominating the world. All the big tech CEOs are Indian. They have a strong sense of community. They push and pull each other, and they have Bollywood. They have, they're really big into infrastructure nowadays, construction. So business is booming over there. They have a massive land, rich culture. You evaluate all of that, and the market's growing over there. So my bet is like, okay, India is going to be the next big bet. It's it's the fastest growing economy, so I'm gonna put my money into India for the next decade. And then you go into long-term investment. Then I would say that's like a level-headed kind of approach in the stock market. But most of the people, most of the retail investors are like, GameStop, okay, AMC or whatever, it's going up, it's just going up. Okay, I heard my friend got $100 yesterday. Let's put all my life savings into it. Oh, I heard Nvidia is now the thing, and you ask about Nvidia, they don't even know it's a company that makes graphic cards and stuff. They don't even know the CEO's name. Jensen Huang is on like all these forums every single day, and they've never heard of him. And they're like, I heard that Nvidia is like the stock nowadays. It's even more valuable than Apple and Amazon, whatever, Tesla. Yeah, and they just put all their life savings into it and lose all their money. So yeah, the dopamine rush you can get from stocks are definitely big, and it's a legal form of gambling, I would say. And I think you can get more addicted into the stock market. And then, let's not even talk about getting into futures, options, and what do you call it? Crypto, all that. Yeah. Nvidia and AMD are relatives. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in that family. I saw the interview, and apparently Jensen Huang didn't even know about her until like college or something. Yeah. Thank you, Cat G. Thank you for being so considerate. Yeah, I'll try to use a humidifier. Pineapple juice. Okay. Yeah, I'm applying like propolis, like the substance from honey, but I don't know if it's working. I've tried salt water gargling and stuff. Nvidia is good investment, but in the short term, I think it's hit the top of the bubble. I think it's gonna burst like this month and maybe get a correction and go on a winning streak. But right now, I feel like there's too much FOMO and a bubble is definitely forming. Futures are true gambling. Yeah, I know, with leverage and stuff. Yeah, shorts, longs, 100x. Yeah. So there's a saying like, if a friend gets you into gambling or futures, then that friend is the devil. Yeah. And there's also a saying, if you go to Las Vegas or Macau and then it's your first time and you lose all your money, then God is looking after you. Yeah, that's a saying. That's a famous saying. Like, God is actually looking after for you if you lose all your money in your first visit to either of those cities. Because if you start winning, you're like, oh, what if I put this much money? Oh, maybe next time I can, this. And then you get addicted and nobody can get out of gambling addiction. How much did you invest in Indian stock? Not that much. I like to diversify my portfolio, but I see the Indian market as a very strong market. The Vietnamese and Indian market are definitely on my watch. So I'm just putting in ETFs for Nifty. Yeah, so there are a lot of Korean products. ETFs for the Indian market. So just a little bit of money in there. And of course the S&P 5, oh wow, it's just crazy. Like the American market, I guess it's all rigged at the end because America has the power, the Fed has the power to just print money, and then that's what causes inflation at the end. But they are the universal currency, the US dollar, tied with it's the petrodollar. They control the oil and they control the currency. So it used to be gold, but once the U.S. got all the authority over petroleum, they basically take care of the whole world's currencies. And because they are the center of the world and they can print out infinite money, they're in trillions of debt. But still, because all that money gets reinvested into their own stock market, it creates a whole huge inflation in value, and also the businesses keep on booming because they are good businesses. They're global. So the S&P 500 has been only going up for the past 100 years, It's never, of course there were corrections, but in the long scheme of things, like the grand scheme of things, it's only been going up. So everybody in Korea is like abandoning the Korean market. They're all just putting into the big tech companies, S&P 500, ETFs, NASDAQ. And yeah, the success rate is pretty big. So yeah, I have a little bit of that too. And of course you want to bet on the emerging markets. But if US still pegged with gold, we can't afford anything. Exactly. S&P 500 is the safest. Yes, exactly. But one thing that actually worries me is that Warren Buffett, the legendary investor, and his company called Berkshire Hathaway, they are legendary too. Apparently, Warren Buffett has been stockpiling on cash for the past few years, I think, and historically, like, the amount of cash he is holding right now is unprecedented, and it's not because of course he earned a lot of money too, but like ratio wise, portfolio wise, like investments versus cash he's holding, like the amount of cash he's holding is like paramount right now. And he explains it's because he's forecasting a bubble to pop soon, and it's gonna be a big nasty one. And usually these big investors go really big in when those markets start crashing. So that's really scary, the fact that Warren Buffett and his company is like holding most of their assets in cash right now. Yeah. So Koreans are obsessed with stocks, especially American stocks. I don't think any Korean around me invests in the Kosdaq or Kospi nowadays. They're all in NASDAQ or S&P. Yeah, bubble blast. It's going to blast at some time. Like the inflation is just crazy, and the U.S. debt problem is crazy too. Yeah, once the global paradigm and superpowers, the dynamics start to shift, then there is going to be a big problem. Yeah, and in the center of it is definitely going to be China. China has been showing aggressive efforts to make the yuan, the currency of the world, especially in Asia. And they've been trying to talk with Saudi, UAE, and all those oil countries. But in the future, even the Middle East is now investing in clean energy and future sustainable technology and energy, because they know they have a limited supply of petroleum, that too, but also they have plenty of petroleum to use for like decades. But like electric cars on the rise, clean energy on the rise, nuclear energy on the rise, more sustainable and more not efficient, but yeah, environmental friendly. Like those agendas are rising. So if that paradigm shift happens and everybody starts using electricity and clean energy, then the gas companies and petroleum companies and the new order will be set. So, and then China is going full on Chinese the electric cars and stuff. So they are getting ready. They are getting ready with like blockchain technology, making their own like CBDCs, all that stuff. So yeah, once that happens and there's a challenge, you know, like even politically, China, Russia, North Korea, allegiance every time I say like Korea, Japan, the US, they're always doing like military assembly, what do you call it, like joint trainings nowadays. Putin is visiting China and North Korea. So it's very you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, you never know. It is worrying. Yeah. If my thinking, if you charging tough your house grid, then EV is no good. Anyways, this is all very interesting. We cannot forecast or predict what will happen in the next 100 years. Even before like the US or China, whoever keeps on dominating the global economy, we might be just conquered by Skynet or AIs. Jensen Huang just yesterday or recently said that the next AI boom is going to be physical AI, which means like right now we're using ChatGPT and like AI generative AI with like visual stuff, graphics, games, alternative reality and stuff. But he says like if we start implementing it into robots and they can do physical tasks for us with their own thoughts and stuff, yeah, that's going to be the next phase. And Elon Musk is actually working on like Tesla bots and stuff. And ChatGPT 4 Plus or whatever, that the latest version actually enables those the AI to like move its arms and stuff if you see like these simulations. So that's coming. And yeah, I don't know, robots might be able to just wipe out the human race. As they say, whatever happens in the movies are likely to happen in reality, because whatever human beings are able to imagine, then it happens. AI girlfriend in reality for David. Yeah, if you look at movies like, what is it? Blade Runner, or what is it? Cyberpunk. There are people that have VR sets and like masturbation machines, and they're watching like AI girlfriends like having sex in front of you. Very realistic. And AI robot maids and whatever. NKBHT uses all his home with solar power. He's using net zero in Rio. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, in Korea we even have a policy. The past president was very keen on reusable energy, clean energy, especially solar. I've heard like conflicting reports about the efficiency of solar energy, and also some people even claim that it's environmentally even more harmful because, you know, you have like places like, at least in Korea, there's not a lot of plains or the desert. So I guess like in the US, you could put it in the middle of Arizona, a huge power plant of solar panels, and that would generate a lot. But still, solar energy, apparently, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but solar energy, when it gets transmitted to like the power plant or the storage, the transmitting, it loses a lot of energy there, a lot of electricity there. So I've heard like the transmitting cost or efficiency isn't that good. And also in the case of Korea, not like the US with deserts and plains, when 70% of our whole country is made up of mountains, we're a mountainous area, we have to literally chop down trees to install those solar panels in like sunny areas, right? And then a lot of places are covered with shade because of the mountains and stuff. So it's not really effective in Korea to have solar panels. So there was a huge debate among the country scientists and stuff whether we should go this path or not. Wind turbines and stuff, we don't have a lot of wind as well, only in the oceanic areas. So clean energy was a huge debate. And then we of course there's the classic nuclear debate. So like we were like, let's go nuclear. You know, nuclear is the clean and most efficient energy source ever. Why aren't we using it? And then there were people protesting like with a NIMBY effect, like not in my backyard, like, you know, I am not going to live near a nuclear power plant that emits radiation that could have the possibilities of what happened in Fukushima. And yeah, so if you want to place it, give me a lot of money so I can relocate. So all of those kind of dynamics just barged in all together, and then I don't think we actually made a conversion into the clean energy phase. But in the long term, I do think we need clean energy in the grand scheme of things, because Korea doesn't have any natural resources nor petroleum or anything. The US, even if their trades with like the Saudi of oil get disconnected, you have like Western Texas oil and stuff, you know. Yeah, I have solar on my house, almost wipes out my electricity bill. Yeah, that's so good, because the Korean government also supports this too. You can install solar panels on your house for like a certain amount of dollars, and that gets offset over time. Once you just offset the amount of electricity bills with that. And I've heard a lot of people are satisfied with it, but the thing is, a lot of people in poverty or middle class people can't afford the initial prices to get it installed because apparently it's very expensive and they don't have the patience to pay that back over time. So not a lot of people are doing it, and also like it's like kind of hard to install in apartments because like in higher places you need like a mechanic to come over, rip off like the metal frames and whatever and put it. So a lot of technicality issues, but I wanted to on my house, but my mom was very just conservative and she's like, oh, let's not do it, and that's how parents are. Yeah. Anyways, this has totally gotten into a very random realm. We have to make an artificial sun by nuclear fusion. Whoa. So do you mean David can own a Karina AI doll girlfriend? Oh my gosh, that is creepy. That is creepy. While that is creepy, I feel like that is not that far-fetched. It is not something that will not happen in the near future. It will definitely happen, and there will be a lot of ethical debates over it. There's already a debate over real dolls in Korea, and all the okay, I won't call them feminists, but radical feminists have been putting a huge protest over real dolls, and there's been a huge debate on why is there anything illegal about real dolls? Like, they're literally dolls, and some men are deprived of sex, and they could relieve themselves with those dolls. And I don't know if there's any scientific logic between this, but what some men claim is that if these people are oppressed sexually, then the ratio of crimes would go up naturally because they're oppressed, and if they get stimulus outside, of course it doesn't justify sexual crime, but some people are claiming that, so we could assume that effect, and then like it could make sexually deprived men happy with like a doll, even though it's sad, I know, and it's just at your home, it's not hurting anybody. Like, why would this be illegal in the first place? And then there are the opposite side, mostly at radical feminists, claiming that the real doll itself, the representation itself, and that it's widespread, is objectifying women as a tool for sexual activities only, and it's going to gear society into a wrong direction. It's just going to fortify that image. So I guess they both have points, but so far there are no legal binds you can put up on real dolls. And yeah, there has been a big controversy over these real doll cafes. Apparently they're making these cafes in like buildings where they separate rooms. It's like basically a brothel, but there's only real dolls in it. It's kind of gross, I would admit, even if you clean the dolls. Like, well, I guess brothels in a sense are more unhygiene because I think it would be easier to clean a doll, more sanitary than like a human body. But okay, I don't know, that's gross. I just had my lunch, let's just go over it. But yeah, you're using the dolls that are there and men are just coming and relieving themselves at those cafes, and it doesn't fall under prostitution because it's not a trade between human to human. So there are these like loopholes in the law right now. So these real doll cafes are popping up in Korea, and deprived men are going to these places. But then also the neighborhood and the district, families or mothers in particular, are putting up huge protests to drive out these places. And people are like, everybody has the freedom to own their own business, and if this is nothing against the law, then what grounds do you have to push us out? Like, this is a legit operating business, and the moms are like, this is not good for our kids. It's like it should be banned from a radius of like 100 meters from a school or something like that. And there's been huge clashes about it. So these real doll things are becoming a real problem, and I think with the advent of more advanced AI technology, it's just going to be worsened and worsened. Yeah. So yeah, real doll broth is exactly. I think those dolls make the men dehumanize women more, but I don't know. It is creepy. Yeah, exactly. There are fair points from both sides. Yeah. So doll brothels gross. I know, but yeah. It's been a classic debate in Korea too. I think there are slowly movements of legalizing prostitution in Korea, because the advocate side is always saying, then where do men go with that are sexually deprived and have like a disadvantage in life? Like, I guess, maybe let's just say like they're ugly, or they're like they have a disability, or they have some kind of thing that doesn't allow them to have like a romantic partner or meet a woman. And as men, they're all sexually, they have hormones too and drive too. So where do these men go to relieve themselves? There's that logic. And also, if the women, it's their body, it's their choice, right? If they want to do that, then why not legalize it and tax it? It's going to be good for everybody. And it's going to be more sanitary and hygiene if it's under government revision and all that. So big debate on it. And then there's always like the ethical, moral standpoint, and yeah, all that. So Tinder, hello. You're making me depressed. So I've seen very sad cases. I don't know if it's sad, but maybe it's unrelated, but it just popped up in my head. So apparently kids with Down syndrome, or I think it is Down syndrome. So children with Down syndrome, once they become a mature age, like 19 to 20, or even above that, 25, they need special care, right? They need a guardian, and most of the part is done by their parents. But apparently children with Down syndrome, they have sexual urges too as a human being. And because some of them do not have the ability to control it, when they see a female, which is their mother, they force their mothers to they hump on their mothers to relieve their sexual urge. And because they've grown older, and because they're physically more superior in terms of strength than a female, and than an adult female, their mothers are probably in their 40s or something like that, and this guy is like 22. Sometimes the mothers actually get like technically raped in their houses by these kids with Down syndrome. And there are multiple consultation footages, and a lot of these mothers seek for professional help on these programs, and they can't do anything about it. And I've heard anecdotal posts on communities that some of these mothers actually let them have sex with themselves because they can't resist. Some of them are single moms as well. They don't have any line of defense, so they willingly just let their kids have sex with them because they can't do anything about it, because they get overpowered by these kids. And I know in some countries they have health workers to help relieve them. So that's like a extreme case of sexually deprived people, or maybe people that just can't control their urges, and you can't really blame them because they have like a disability, and that's just innate. So it doesn't sound true, but it is true. There are multiple cases the mothers have just given up and they can't abandon their child, so they just swallow it up and say just for the good of their sake of their child and the love for her son, they just sacrifice themselves. And I've seen a very tragic post saying like, I don't know if this is the right path. I don't know, like I wanted to like end my life multiple times, but I just can't do it. I can't leave my son behind. Nobody's gonna take care of him. So this was the last retreat. I just caved in and you know, whenever he gets that urge, I just let him do it. And apparently some severe cases say that these people, like human beings, get sexual urges multiple times a day, and if it hits him like 3 times a day, then there's nothing you can do to just constrain him other than relieving him. So yeah, it is very horrifying. You've never heard that in the US? Maybe they have special treatment, but yeah, that is very wild, right? So there are cases like that. Yeah. I'm so full. Anyways, every society has its own problems and debates and special conditions and all that, so it's very sad, right? Like, what would you do in that position if you were a mother and you had an only child? You're a single mom, you don't have very good earnings, you can't hire a caretaker or anybody, you don't have any social facility or infrastructure. You can't abandon your child, right, while he has Down syndrome, and then now he's old and he gets those sexual urges. He tries to, like, you know, overpower you, and you can't fight physically over like a mature guy, right? Yeah, I'm looking for articles, and indeed there are a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of oh, so it's not even Down syndrome. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, it is Down syndrome, but there's also what do you call this? Autism. Yeah, there are different spectrums of autism, but autistic children who have like a very severe symptom, Down syndrome, and also autism. Yeah. Mm-mm. So people are saying, in a country level, they should do something for these children, like put them into like facilities, special care facilities, or give them like help or whatever. They need meds, yeah. Jesus. I'd buy him a doll. Yeah, in those cases, dolls could be a solution. I don't know if I'd be able to keep living if I had to sacrifice myself that way. Then again, I'm not a mom. Yeah, a mom's love is just, you can't quantify that. A mom would do anything for their child. Even if your child committed murder, some moms would definitely just, you know, go in jail for them, or yeah. Oh, wow. Holy cow. So apparently I'm looking at this article, and it's saying there are there are sexual caretakers or volunteers for disabled people, and they go around to disabled people and they give like sexual services to them, and it's like volunteer work, and they even pay money or whatever. Yeah. So it's very sad, and it's a dilemma. I'm not testing myself, and this isn't true for any of us. We have self-control. Yeah, I can't speak on behalf of it, but that's what the articles are saying. And it says, like, you know, there are different spectrums of autism, and if you're in a very severe stage, maybe these articles are misleading, but yeah, I can't verify on for every case study or every, yeah, whatever. Sex caretakers are uncomfortable but necessary profession, I guess, right? Autism spectrum disorder. Yes, that's the right term. So, ask another question. It's gotten a little dark here, right? So, let's go on into another topic. Maybe talk about that for a while, and then I'll end the stream because it's already been like 3 hours, right? So, I think I need to rest my throat a little bit. Yep. I'll just ask one. I'll just answer like one last question if it's like a big one, and then end the stream. I need to go to like a printing shop and get my photos printed out. This should only be commented on by experts. Yeah, I know. I'm not commenting on anything. I'm just reading articles, so I'm not giving any of my opinions or anything as expertise. Honestly, that's the case for everything in society. Like, even for the medical strike or doctor strike, or even if we're talking about K-pop, what people can do is rely on already written or published articles out there or internet sources, and while they might not be all credible and all, like, there will always be oppositions and false information as well, and journalists don't do research as well sometimes too, but at the end, that is the limitation of the common folks. And I saw some comments in the beginning saying, like, talk about the medical strike too. And if I were to say anything about the medical strike and read some articles, then the opposition would come and say, like, that's not true. Like, the government saying this. And then if I take the doctor side, then the government advocating people would say that's not true. And, like, I guess there are scientifically debating factors. But if I talk about climate change as well, some people have research results that, you know, climate change is not real. And then some people say, like, veganism is hurting the environment, and that's not real as well. So I know. I'm not trying to give you any kind of offense. Yeah, I'm not even talking about something like, oh, the world, some, like, the flat earth theory or anything like that. But yeah, if there are articles out there and I read them, like, you know, I do not have the ability to filter whether it's, like, medically, scientifically true, right, or wrong, because, like, I can't undermine these people's interviews as well, right? How much is EV sold in Korea? Nowadays, a lot of people are just going back to traditional just gas cars, because, like, statistically, there haven't been that much accidents with EV cars, but people are freaked out with the batteries being, like, super inflammable, and sometimes there are frequent cases of these batteries, like, exploding after car crashes and the whole car getting lit. And these cases have been spotlighted by the news. And again, here, that could be framing from the news. It's like one or two case, and then it makes it look like it's the common, and people are like, they jump onto conclusions that all electric cars are like that, and there's, like, a huge danger rate of your car getting on fire. So I think that's widespread, and even among my friends, what I hear is that it's just too early for EV cars. There's not, aside from like your car exploding and getting on fire, catching fire and stuff, people are saying the infrastructure is not ready. Like, there are so little charge stations and chargers. Also, the battery life has been enhanced, but it's still an inconvenient rate. And they used to give out subsidy money for purchases for EV cars, but EVs, but nowadays, because the tax money has dwindled, they're not even giving that out. So people are like, what's the benefit of even driving an EV? Yeah, a lot of that stuff. And there's this common spread mindset of never buy first generations of any kind of technology. So yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah, that's why this might not be the good application, but there's always a saying when you buy a Galaxy phone. This is like an old saying from 2011 or 12 when I got into college. The Galaxy phone first came out. It was like Galaxy S1, right? And then there came S2, S3, S4, and now we're at S20 or something, right? Ultra. And what people would say is always buy the even number series of the Galaxies or any kind of tech equipment. Yeah, so what basically it's like, do not buy Galaxy S1s, 3s, or 5s. Always buy 2s, 4s, and 6s and even numbers, because usually the second version, the second edition, is always like a upgrade or like a stabilization of the first technology over there. So always buy second gen, and then third gen there's like new technology added to it, but then it's like buggy or there's some defaults, defects, and yeah, it gets improved, enhanced in like the even numbers. So I think that applies kind of to EVs right now too. Like people think it's too early and it's not perfect yet. So I think once like artificial, what do you call it? Autopilot driving or autopilot parking or artificial, whatever kind of technology becomes super stable and proven with all the data and testing, and the infrastructure is widespread and the battery life is like enhanced substantially, all that, then people will slowly get into EV cars. But I'm seeing more and more. If you go on the streets, there are definitely a few Teslas and electric cars going around. Yeah. Are you going on holidays this summer, David? I guess my trip to the US is a holiday? Business/holiday? I heard it's awfully hot in Texas though. Yeah. Awfully hot. Note 7. Yeah, it was very funny because I was looking at the airline restriction laws, and I noticed like on one of the guidelines it was like prohibited equipment is like Galaxy Note 7. Something no one talks about is EV safety, especially the weight of EVs versus regular cars. EVs are 2x the weight, and if an EV hits a regular car, it's devastating for the regular car. Oh, in that case then, I mean, it's a little bit selfish, but I would probably drive an EV car then. Autonomous, exactly, autonomous driving. Yeah. Just word slipped. Weather is wild over there. Yeah, I heard. Like plastic bottles melt in cars. I don't know if that's a joke or exaggeration. Did you change your flight from Spirit? No, I did not. I'm out for the fight. What's your favorite song at the moment? Supernova. Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me just show you what I'm going to try in Texas and end the stream. Yeah, so I saw this amazing video by Korean Englishmen, and they told me they had the best beef in the world, best meat in the world when they were at Texas. So it was this video that actually sold me.
Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm Ollie.
Today we're gonna try Texas barbecue.
I'm excited for you, son. Feels like Christmas morning, and I bought you.
So is this place good? Like, please verify for me. It's called Terry Black's, and yeah, they grill. Oh my gosh, look at this.
12.
Josh took up barbecue.
Look at the portions here.
How old is your daughter? Is all this?
Yeah, look at that.
My gosh. It's like almost about to rip, but it won't. You can see the bark around the edges. It's soft.
I am so down for that.
This is crazy.
Look.
Look at his expression.
Wow. Holy crap.
I'm not gonna be able to film this. Like, I can't. I have nothing to say.
I almost want to cry. That's so good. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The bark on that is so full of flavor. The kind of crispy layer. Oh, that's a big
Oh.
bite. That is a big bite. He's so happy. This may be the best barbecue we ever eat in our lives.
Well, not with that attitude. I'm genuinely lost for words.
It sounds so good.
14-year-old girl eat a whole plate of that.
Come on.
Let's keep going. I want to try some other
Beef rib. Beef rib.
Wow, look at that beef rib.
Is that
It's the Rolls Royce.
I am so hyped for that.
something out of the Flintstones?
Yeah, well, I think they literally nicknamed this cut a dino rib because look how big it is. Look at the size.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Just don't visit on the
Look at
weekend?
the other side. Look at the end of the wrap. Look at the bark on that. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Whoa. I might honestly say that I'm solely going to Texas just for that. That looks so good.
Is it?
Oh, let's see. Slow smoke.
Yeah. That and
This
this.
is literally our first rodeo. It's crazy how
The rodeo looks so much fun too.
I literally have no idea.
It's basically an accident that we're here. And then people have to lasso.
Look at that. Look. Oh my god. That is kind of brutal though. That is kind of harsh. Yeah, that is kind of brutal. Oh, they're trying to like hang on lambs? Whoa, what is that? What is happening? I guess it's part of the culture there in Texas though.
Piss off our Italian friend.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy a cowboy hat for sure. No matter how much money it costs, like that's a good souvenir.
I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah, but definitely. Oh, and this place,
I'm Josh.
I'm Ollie.
I think we're in the
largest gas station in the world. I'm pretty sure it's like a normal thing for you guys, but
This is insane.
This is Bucky's.
that's a gas station.
Bucky's own brand.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go buy any of those like
Just in a jar.
Bucky's, whatever.
My house the smell of any kind of nugget.
That is massive.
Do you think Gino?
That is crazy.
They plant a sausage seed and it grows inside the bun.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna visit those places. I'm hyped. Thanks Korean Englishman for giving me ideas. Haven't tried that spot, but have tried Franklin's when I was in Texas. Best BBQ I've ever had. Okay. I'll write that down. So I have a Texan, local Texan that's going to show me around. So I'm pretty happy. You should do a vlog. Yes. I'll try to do like short form videos. Yeah. I don't think I'll be able to manage a vlog in that heat. Yeah, I'll do like short videos like, oh, my first time flying Spirit. My first time trying Texas BBQ. My first time trying Tex-Mex and going to Bucky's. And first time seeing the rodeo with a cowboy hat on, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then I could do content like, you know, it would be fake though. Like when I'm in Cali, first time going to In-N-Out. I've tried In-N-Out like for 7 times already. It's honestly overhyped. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I've tried In-N-Out, Five Guys, Shake Shack, all that stuff. It's just It's good, but it's not that special. Let's be honest. It's just good. It's better than McDonald's and Burger King. Yeah. Is that a big offense for you? But at the end, I just I lean more towards Shake Shack because it feels a little bit more healthy and the portions are better for me. Like In-N-Out and Five Guys is a little bit too heavy and greasy for me. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, that was it for the live. I think I've been doing it for 3 hours. Oh wow, yeah, that is a long time. That's literally the flight to Texas from Cali. You got to do Whataburger. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard from my friends. So yeah, I'll try to do Whataburger. Yes, that will be on the list. Thank you for reminding me. Oh no, I need to write this down. I'll probably forget. Whataburger. Is that local Texas brand? Chipotle. I haven't tried Chipotle. Yeah, maybe I'll just do like a whole series of trying Chipotle for the first time. I haven't tried Chipotle. I haven't tried Whataburger. So I'll maybe just make that all into shorts and upload it onto my TikTok or whatever. Yeah, I've never tried TikTok, but that's gonna be my grand start of TikTok. And then my content is all gonna be geared towards the US, so I'll have to go to the US every single time to pump out content. Doll Baby, thank you for the 10. Pizza, thank you so much. And thank you for all the support you sent via PayPal today. If you want to support me before I end the stream, now is your chance. Thank you so much. But yeah, because of the heavy lunch I had, I'm probably gonna go for a walk or whatever and then come back, do some work. I need to go to the printing place to get my posters and then attend a meeting with a friend who's gonna get married and he wants to give me an invitation in person at dinner. So going to Uchiro for that. So if you're in Korea, try to find me there roaming around. And go check out This Is Never That. We have the awesome products and t-shirts, a very popular trendy brand in Korea. Like if not even advertising though, if you come to Korea and you always go to Hongdae, right? Try to go to This Is Never That, the flagship store over there. It's really cool. So I'm just recommending you this as a tourist spot. Not a tourist spot, but if you go around the Hongdae club area, if you walk around, you'll find a very big store. And this is Never That store. Yeah, my camera is saying you have to go, but wait a sec. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is Never That store. You'll find it in Hongdae, and very nice, like Japanese curation style store. So very interesting, hard to miss. Try it out, and yeah, you can buy it if you want to buy the staple items from This Is Never That. You can buy it on. Oh, it's in the Hyundai department store too. Yeah, one of the most trendiest departments. Go check out Piroso, and you'll be able to buy it. And check out our Smart Talks as well. And I'll see you next time.